Like Dexter. so disappointing.
Okay, we are live. The last session of Curse of Strahd.
We'll see.
We'll see, yeah. All of this, and comeback goes on for so long, like, well, guys, turns out there's going to be an extra, straight away, emotes are getting spammed for me to hydrate. Ridiculous.
For real.
So, yeah.
If this session doesn't end tonight, I'm just going to fireball and kill us all.
Good. Let's get straight to it then. So last week, you actually achieved a fair bit last week. Who wants to, you remember, you started off in the catacombs. Bartandalus, do you want to run us through what happened last session?
Yeah, okay. Oh god, whereabouts did it start?
It started with Strahd's being run through. You all down.
Yeah, everybody piled on Strahd. He then disappeared, into a mist because, yeah, guys, he vapes. And then we chased him down to where we thought his coffin was. Halvor triggered a trap that would have potentially killed the rest of us. Halvor was fine. And then Cora triggered the same trap. Yeah. And then we went in, found his coffin, dusted him off once and for all. Went to the north, found Sergei's coffin. I gave him the holy symbol of Ravenkind. We found out that in the guarded area was just Mum and Dad. Nobody cares about that. And then we left Ravenloft and decided to. Oh, we went up into the Selenka, grabbed some amber. I think, did we just use it as his cart or something?
Absolutely not. You sent the rock up.
Oh yeah, we sent the rock up. Well, yeah, the rock just turned up. It could smell what we were cooking, and then we went to the Fanes. We went to the Mountain Fane where the windmill was, and set up shop there. And I'm fairly sure nothing else of significance happened.
Nothing. That was it.
Nothing, guys. Nothing happened. Other than
a battle to the death.
Well, no, there was this whole thing where we needed the blood of an evil person, so...
Yeah, that was you.
So, yeah, unsurprisingly, Bartandalus went to Vallaki, went to see Lady Vacta, overkilled her with a phantasmal nightmare thing that just basically, because he wasn't sure how powerful she was, she might have been the only real threat in Vallaki. Killed her.
CR2, guys, through CR2.
CR2, I know. God, I could have had that. I could have had a wizard spellbook like really early on. So got rid of her, then Bartandless went and raised the orphanage where Vanya had gone as well.
Nope.
Then I thought Halvor had dropped her off at the orphanage because that's where her aunt was.
Indeed.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
see?
right. I need to adjust one of my end notes for Halvor then. Yeah, okay, yeah,
He goes
of
back
course.
to find Vanya. No!
Yeah.
She's undead! Oh no! So yeah, so
Of course.
Good job I did this recap, DM.
Yeah.
So raised. Oh god, Vanya was like a level 12. The DM suddenly like, okay, it shouldn't have been that easy for him. Went to the Blue Water, killed everybody there, killed the Were Ravens, Danica, and oh god,
Erwin. And their little twin sons.
Sure, yeah.
Brom and Bray.
I mean, I don't discriminate. I'm not ageist.
Well, you just killed a building full of kids. I imagine 2 more wouldn't have been a deal breaker for you.
Yeah, so Bartandless did whatever he thought it would take to be deemed an evil person, and then he went to the Fane, went to the Amber, and once things had been set up, activated it with his own blood, and then we had to keep doing a ritual, and then we summoned or trapped or are in the process of trapping Vampire, who is one of the dark powers who give Strahd his vampiric gift. He is the first of the vampire religion. And so yeah, we are now in the midst of battle. There's some absolute bullshit trap rune magic effect that's stopping us from talking or giving actions or using verbal spells that we have to try and roll to get past. And I think that's about everything.
Okay. Anything anybody else wants to add?
I think that's kind of covered it.
Yep.
Okay, let me just get...
Oh, I think he turned up in the middle of combat.
Oh yeah, Van Richten.
Van Richten turned up.
At just the right time.
Convenient, eh?
I already had... You'd get 1. Okay, then let's carry on. Let's go back to the combat we were in. And we will pick up with the ritual.
So the ritual is now complete. We're just trying to down Vampire to make him stay in.
One line left.
You finished setting up. Yeah, setting it up.
Yeah.
It is now playing out.
Sure.
So the music should be picking up.
It is.
Oh, it's not for me. It's one of those things.
for me.
So I'm gonna F5 it before we get started. It's taking sweet time reloading for me. What a fantastic finale.
Yeah, I've not got it yet either.
It's not reloading for me, but I had it anyway.
I did not reload, but my music has come in now.
I have reloaded and I still don't have the music.
I'll reload.
Oh, I've got it.
Yeah, there it is. There it is for me as well. So, we were in combat. We'd gotten to the bottom of a round. Back to the top of the round. If you remember, Esmeralda had been absolutely crushed and had been dragged underneath Vampire, but Halvor had gone full crazy hero, had gone charging in and dragged Esmeralda out from underneath the aspect of Vampire.
Do you want to fix Cora's hit points so we can actually see what health bar's at?
Good shout, where is she?
At the bottom.
Right, click resources. Always for everyone. Done. Why is Cora emitting light? I can't remember.
Oh, no, I shouldn't be, I don't think.
Oh, it's just your vision. Yeah. So before we continue moving out, top of the round, Esmeralda is prone and exhausted, haven't been dragged. She's going to use half of her movement to get up, and she is going to attempt to cast another lightning bolt at Vampire. So first of all, she needs to make the DC, I think it was 14 wisdom saving throw, in order to cast a spell with a verbal component. If not, she is silenced until the end of her next turn. She manages it. She's going to unleash a lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
Just staggering, holding onto Halvor, she just puts 2 fingers out of that glass tune and fork, and a huge arc of lightning bursts out through the summoning circle and glances off Vampire. Just a shower of blood just goes off her shoulder, but it just turns its featureless head slowly towards her. She's then going to back up a little bit. In fact, no, she won't, because that will require her to make saves. She will just steal her stealth where she is. Initiative count 20. Ooh. Then the shadows, the thick bloody mist around you, you begin to hear more cackles and shrieks as additional vampire spawn heed their Dark Master's call. And then it's going to attempt to Shadow Hand Esmeralda again.
Got a hard on for Esmeralda.
Misses. Okay. Van Richten. Van Richten still has a vampire in front of him. He's going to attack with his sword cane as he attacks advantageously. He hits it. He drives the sword cane into its chest and just pushes away with his foot and just forces the vampire off him. He is then going to attempt to move over, if he can make the wisdom saving throw to navigate without getting confused with these thick mists. He needs a 14. He succeeds, and he begins to move as far as he can in this mist to just cut off the next one that's approaching. Cora, it's you.
So I still have this horrible little spawn on me.
You
so
do.
I've got Hunter's Mark on her, so I'm going to keep attacking her for now.
Okay. Bartandalus, you're very soon.
Oh.
Excellent start. Just ducks to the side. It's ready in its claws to come back and strike at you. And again,
Oh my god!
just both swings go wild.
I think that is the first time this entire campaign Cora has missed 2 in a row. That's horrific.
Very possibly. Anything else from you?
No, because she's just going to attack me if I try and move away from her. No, I'll stay. Actually, I can move. I can try and move north, can't I?
Well, if you try to move, you've got to make the saving throw.
I'll do that.
Okay, so make me a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. I'm just wondering why the camera is not tracking on Cora.
No.
So Wisdom saving throw, no. So roll me a D8.
I'm hoping low is good, but I can't remember.
That is north. So from where you were, what was here when you tried to move, you managed to make it
That's
to
where I
here.
want to go.
Well,
Right.
okay, look, you get disoriented, but you somehow stumble to where you wanted to be.
I'm behind a rock. You can't see me.
Yeah, absolutely right. I thought you were trying to fire through it. So yeah, you're not firing through a solid stone men here, I'm afraid. Okay, so you're just waiting there, are you, Cora?
Yeah. I'm not going to go out of range of her.
Okay. vampire spawn approach. This one comes up and attacks Van Richten. First one hits. Second one misses. Bartandalis, it's you.
Okay, I'm going to try and cast a verbal spell, so I will make a charisma saving throw. Huzzah! Okay, unfortunately, Cora is out of range on this. But I am going to cast Beacon of Hope. It's going to target me, Halvor, Esmeralda, and Van Richten. I'm just going to cast it. Don't have to roll anything. Beacon of Hope.
I have something going funny with the stream window as well. I'll just sort that in a second.
So this spell bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of creatures within range for the duration, which is 1 minute. Each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws and gains the maximum number of hit points possible for any healing.
Okay.
Double checking. Yeah, and it is one action. Cool. I am going to. You say these men here, they're not like Stonehenge. We can
Correct.
jump down. Okay, then I'm going to go out of sight and spider climb down. Oh, I'm going to try to. Wisdom saving throw DC 14, yeah?
Correct.
With advantage, because we now have. Cool. So I'm going to go down the other side onto the floor, out of sight from the aspect of vampire.
Okay. Anything else on you?
That is me done.
There is another crash, another shadowy hand that reaches out for Esmeralda. This time hits. Just this dark black and red hand reaches out and smashes through Esmeralda again. Next to you, Halvor, and you see it reach around her. It's going to force for save and throw on her. Let's have a look and see what it says. Don't know why it never prompts for her. Just want a few seconds before it does it. Fails. Smashes into Esmeralda and just rips her straight back in across the floor underneath it. Meanwhile, vampire spawn begin to approach. One rushes up behind you, Halvor. Shielding its face against the light of the sun sword. Doesn't deter it. First swing misses. Second one misses. The one that's next to you, Cora, you see its wounds begin to knot over and heal.
Oh, shit.
And it comes in to attack you. First one misses. Not a lot of accuracy going on tonight. Swings again. Also misses. You and this one vampire spawn are not doing particularly
So
well.
funny.
Okay, the aspect of vampire. That is not happening here. Let's have a look. Okay. Halvor, can you please make me a DC 19 Constitution saving throw? You feel that sensation of the blood and the fluids in your body sort of struggling, pushing against your skin like it's trying to break out. As the eyes of Vampire just force in on you, you do not make the save. You are subject to his blood vapor. Blood just begins to be drawn out through your nostrils and through your tear ducts, and you are pulled. Sorry, it is all drawn through the air over towards Vampire. You are going to take 6d10 necrotic damage,
Mercy, Halvor, you got a
which
touch of
is
the vapors.
43, Halvor.
Damn.
And your constitution is permanently reduced by 2. which I will now amend on you. It is now down to 16. We won't calculate the knock-on effect of retroactively changing your HP total. But yeah, were you already raging?
Nope.
Okay, then yes. 43 HP I will now apply to you. And that's all it will do. Halvor, it is you. Cora, you're soonish. What do, Halvor?
I'm gonna try and move, so wisdom save?
Correct. DC 14. Yeah. Easy peasy.
I am going to... have a surge of adrenaline. And then I'm going to rush in to try and grab Esmeralda again.
It will make an attack. Well, first of all, you need to make your save. Oh, your save was for movement, wasn't it? So you can get an attack opportunity from the vampire spawn. Hits Halvor. It will forgo damage to grapple you.
Oh, they can do that?
Mm-hmm. With a claw attack, instead of dealing damage, the vampire can grapple the target. Escape DC 13. So as your bonus action, would you like to use your action to break the grapple you find yourself in?
I think that I would.
Okay. You managed to wrench yourself out of it, but you feel like you lost some valuable seconds doing it.
Still gonna run in and try and grab Ez.
Is it an action? Is it not an action to take hold of her to begin moving her? Because you're effectively grappling her, isn't it?
Which is I have no idea. I don't know. Is she an object?
I feel we've normally.
Scenario?
She is stunned. She's stunned though, so she's dead weight.
Well, I don't know. It's your call. I would have thought that I could grab her for free, but would still have to drag.
Go on, man.
Best like how much? I've got 15 feet, so I can only do half speed, so like 10 feet. Ooh. Yeah, I think that's all the movement I can do.
Okay. Anything else from Halvor?
I'm afraid not.
Esmeralda will again try to get to her feet. She is going to attempt to drop. The smoke is closing in around her. Would you rather her try to take 3 swings while she's here before she moves out?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I guess.
She's going to go for 3 swings. First misses. Then she goes with a rapier. It hits. And then finally, she tries for hand axe again. Also hits. And then she's going to make her wisdom saving throw to try and navigate out of the circle.
With advantage.
Oh yeah, with advantage. Let's roll that again. With good reason. What was the range when you did it? Is it 64 or 30?
30.
Okay. Yeah, she was. But still fails even with advantage. So roll 1d8. She ends up instead going. She goes up to a point where she hits the stone. And then here, and she's sort of confused, trying to push her way past. She suddenly hits this wall of stone through the crimson fog. That's as far as she can go. Vampire spawn continue closing in. This one's going to dash. Next up is Van Richten. He's still engaged with this other vampire spawn up here. He's going to attack twice, advantageously, with his sword cane. First one hits. Second one. Oh, terrible damage you did on those rolls then. Second one also hits. Cora, it's you.
Oh, well, God, I suppose it's quite good that at least they're close to each other. I'm going to attack the same one I've been trying to attack before. If I can't hit her this time, I truly am shit. Ah, thank the Lord.
It's looking bad, but it's still fighting.
Oh, go again.
The other one comes in. The other vampire spawn you've seen are clearly like recently killed people. They're recognised. These are almost featureless, just dark skin, red like varicose veins raised up all over them, unusually sized mouths. Well, tell me how you kill that one.
Oh, I've killed it! Yes, thank God. So she's really, really close to me. So I'm trying my best to try and get a good arrow shot for her. But I just sort of aim down at her and go over her collarbone and down into her chest, and she just drops.
Nice.
But I also have my ability to get the girl that's next to her, so I'm going to give her two. Oh, can I do my hunter's mark and change hunter's mark onto her as a free action?
Yep.
Cool, doing that.
And then you can hold break ray, yep.
Yep. It's been that long since I've used it, I forgot what it was called.
It's been like a week.
I didn't use it last week.
Okay,
Cool.
anything else on Cora?
I know I can't move any distance, but seeing as I should be touching this stone thing now, can I climb it?
If you want to you can try and make a climbing check to get up to it. Yeah, it'll definitely give you an attack, her an attack opportunity against you as you sort of move out of
that.
that.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah, you can.
Cool.
Make an
wisdom. Or
athletics. The wisdom saving throw is to navigate your way through this darkness. If you're holding on to something and just trying to climb up it, I'm not going to require you to do that. Yeah, you manage to scramble your way up, but as you do reach a certain point, it just lashes out at you. You feel these claws rake down your leg, but you manage just to twist away and kick the arm away with your boot.
Screw
And
you,
yeah,
bitch.
you are 15 foot up on top of this stone man here.
Nice.
Anything else from you?
Nope, that's me.
Okay. The vampire spawn is going to strike out at Van Richten. Hits him. And it's going to do so again. Also hits. Bartandalus, it's you.
Okay, I'm gonna climb back up onto the stone. I'm presuming like these lamps can I see Cora in the gloom over there?
No. She's
Okay.
not, you can't see sight of Cora at all.
Can I see Van Richten? Is he close enough?
No.
Can I see Esmeralda and
Yes.
Alvor?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, what I am going to do is I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word. I'm going to cast it as a resonant because I know Cora's true name.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm casting on this so I don't have to be able to see her,
Yep.
but I can target up to 6 creatures that I can see. So I'm going to target myself, Halvor, Esmeralda. Myself, Halvor, and Esmeralda get the full healing ability, but I'm going to roll for Cora's because she wasn't in the Beacon of Hope when I cast it.
Nice. And
Okay.
obviously, so what spell is it you're casting?
It's going to be Mass Healing Word, which I can cast as a bonus action.
Okay.
And it does have a verbal component, so I'm going to try.
Ooh, yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah. Come on. Nice. Okay, so I have Cora targeted. I'm casting this at level 6. So this is... Oh, actually, no, because I'm casting it as a resonant. Hold on, yeah, I'm casting it as a resonant. At level 6. This heals Cora 4. 10... Why is it not 4d4 plus 2? That doesn't seem right. 1 second. 1d4. So the 4d4 is right, but oh, it's because Mass Healing Word is it's a cleric spell, not a thing one. Okay, I was thinking it should have been cast in there with intelligence. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that's 10 for Cora, 4d4.
Oh, you roll individually for each person, do you? Did you say?
No, but everybody else gets the full heal because they're under Beacon of Hope.
Oh yeah, of course.
And so that will be 18 hit points for the rest of us.
I'll apply it onto Esmeralda. Trying to do it for you, Halvor? Or you just have?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else in Barthandelus?
Yes, I'm going to try and cast. I'm gonna try and cast another heal.
A healing cantrip?
Oh yeah. 'Cause I was thinking bonus action. I've got an action. Okay, no, I've not. So I've got an action. I will cast Bright Lamp on Pam.
Okay.
Which is.
I presume you get to heal from Healing Word as well. Have you?
Yeah, I've not added it. Yeah, I will.
Oh yeah, I'll pop it on you now. So 18 is on to Barthandelus.
Thank you very much. On to Vampire.
Hits.
Oh, it showed a 1 on my dice. I'll take that.
Very nice. Okay.
So I get up. Blessed be. Find the light. Find my allies in the dark. And I will let it blare. Cast it on Cora. And then sees all heal up. And then I will turn my sights on Vampire. And unleash. Unleash a barrage of radiant lightning on him.
Okay.
Or her. Don't want to presume. He, she, they, them.
Vampire! How do you identify so this makes it easier?
Barthandelus.
Yes.
As you call out to Vampire, the eyes, those red points glow as well. Even though you've seen up close now, this thing doesn't have facial features, just red eyes seem to glow through the mist from it. Can you please make me a DC 19 Constitution saving throw? As you feel the fluids within you feel your own lifeblood begin to fight against you. But steeled, perhaps by your own will or by Tenebrous, you feel only a portion of your blood is drawn out, and you take half of the following amount of damage, and you do not have your constitution reduced. You take 24 points of damage, which I will now reduce from you. Do you resist necrotic? Or have anything for necrotic damage? I don't think you do.
I don't think I do.
No.
Did you roll 48 on 6d10? Jesus Christ.
I know, yeah. And then...
That killed me.
Yeah, and then Vampire...
Did you add my hit points?
Yes, I had 18 back onto you before, and then I've just taken 24 off you.
Oh, okay, I was just going to say, because I've just looked over and where have all my hit points?
Vampire then withdraws through the circle a little bit.
It's just
no, he isn't. Sorry, because that was a lair action, not a movement. Did you have anything concentrate? You've got concentration up. That's probably why it's prompted another one.
Okay, yeah.
What was your beacon, wasn't it?
Beacon of Hope, yeah.
But you succeeded. That's fine. So he doesn't move because it's not his full turn yet. The vampire spawn. That vampire spawn is in range of a sun sword. This one is going to come up and is going to strike at Esmeralda as she's sort of fumbling against the edge of the stone. To swing out at her twice. First one's a nat 20. Just unawares as Ez is feeling her way along the stone, it just rakes his claws around and takes her across the neck. And then it strikes again.
Come on!
Second one misses. Vampire. Now it is Vampire's turn. It will drift over through the circle, and then it's going to reach out a shadowy hand to Halvor and attempt to grab him and crush him. That large shadowy arm reaches over to you, Halvor. A 27 looks like it hits. You are struck by the hand. Gripped. Did that taper damage off you then? Oh, it's forcing a saving throw. Okay. The damage should not be halved in the way it was. So it should have been the 28. Let's have a look. Oh, it's been... Yeah, you've got a surge of adrenaline, haven't you? And you just see... Bartendless, you see the light of the lantern and the light of the sun sword just dragged across the floor as Halvor is dragged over towards Vampire. And in fact is underneath the aspect of Vampire. Halvor, any creature that starts its turn in the same space as the aspect, which you have repeatedly denied Esmeralda, must please make a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw, or... So let's have that saving throw, please.
Have advantage because of Beacon of Hope, yeah?
You do, yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, that was so on a 19 for a second.
You are stunned until the start of your next turn.
Oh, shit.
So you're dragged over and you find yourself on your back just looking up. And as you're underneath this thing, it's almost just like red shifting stars and smoke underneath. It's like an entirely different look from this angle. And you just see thousands of eyes looking down at you from it. And you find yourself just rigid and unable to move.
That's a shame. I stand here hypnotized by the form
No, you
before me.
lie there.
Oh, I'm prone as well.
Well, you're narratively prone. It's fine. You can be getting up the next turn. It's narrative, but you haven't been pulled like standing up across the floor. Top of a round. Esmeralda. She's going to strike out at the thing next to her. The vampire spawn. Going for a 1, 2, 3. First one hits. Then the axe. Hits. And then the rapier again. Cora, you're soon. Last one hits. Ez made all 3 hits. Fucking hell. Must be the finale.
Yeah.
Cora. The vampire spawn that struck out at you effortlessly clambers up the menhir, as you know vampire spawn can, from incidents like all the bridges in Barovia you've been ambushed on, and it is going to strike out at you.
As soon as I climbed up the rock, I was like, it's just gonna fucking follow me.
First claw misses. Second claw looks like it hits. Rakes those claws across you. Van Richten. He's just going to go for 2 more attacks. Pfft, wow. First one really misses. Second one hits. You just hear these cries of the seasoned vampire slayer Bartendless off in the shadows, just fighting away with this vampire. Cora, it's you.
Ah, God. I'm trying to get away from these fucking things, but they just keep being on me. I'm gonna have to keep attacking it.
Okay.
Oh, my bow has run out of ammunition. That's not right.
Yeah, you don't actually
that's
have...
funny. I gave her 99 arrows to see how long it would take.
Yeah, you don't have arrows anymore.
That's what I thought. Now, surely hitting her like that would just knock her off the thing. She's very precariously perched there. I can see it. No?
No.
Damn it.
If I took spider climb, if you were to push it off, I'd have it just backwards walk around the edge. Yeah, hits.
Oh no, that should have been Hunter's Mark one. Sorry.
That was right.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, anything else from you? You strike out twice, it looks quite injured.
Oh, I don't feel there's an awful lot else I can do.
Okay,
No.
fair enough. On to the next vampire spawn. Mr. Bewilderment's just scrapping away with Van Richten. It's healing more than he can damage it. It is going to make a claw attack. It hits him. You just hear this cry as Van Richten gets pulled into a grapple, and it's going to bite at him advantageously. Okay, Bartender, it's to you.
I'm presuming that Halvor, whilst somebody's on top of him, we can still see him, yeah?
Yes.
Then I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word again. I don't know if you saw my message before. Cora should have 10 hit points deducted because I can't cast cleric spells with resonance.
Oh, okay.
Only wizard spells.
Yeah, I've done. I've done it, Cora. Don't do it again.
So I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word. I'm going to cast it at what have I got? 5th level, okay. And this shouldn't be. Oh God, no. Okay, it takes it off. I'm not going to roll the healing thing, but myself, Esmeralda, and Halvor will recover 14 hit points.
Okay, I'll do Esmeralda's.
I'll do mine. Oh, sorry, wait, no. I need to roll my charisma saving throw.
Oh shit, yeah, you do.
Oof, okay, cool.
Yep.
And then I'm going to step here and I am going to try and cast Bright Lance.
Just realised before, does Bright Lance have a verbal component?
It does, yes.
Ooh.
I've only just thought about that.
Yeah. So do another one.
Yeah. 1 second.
Oh my god, are you not good for the turn? You have to do it for each?
Yeah, but it's struggling to get each spell out. Those different incantations you're going through. Yep.
The surprisingly charismatic Bartandless.
Yeah.
It's all tenebrous.
And so I am going to... Oh, actually. Yeah. I'm going to range on the vampire's head.
Hits. Yeah, a good blow.
Yeah, that is me.
Okay. The vampire spawn, having been blasted with this magic barrier, is going to start clambering up the side and come for you. Are you doing anything, Warden Flare or anything?
No.
Okay, it strikes out.
Will do nothing. That's shield. Okay, take that on the...
Okay, and then roll concentration for me.
Sorry, I've got it with...
Ooh, you failed it with advantage. Oof!
What did I roll? It didn't roll it with advantage. It's only showed one roll.
No, it's got Bartenders fails 6 advantage because you've got a condition hard. Since it's at Warcaster, you've got a condition hard on you, haven't you?
But I'm saying when I click the button,
hard
does
on.
it show?
I don't think it ever has for those. For any sort of person in that situation.
Okay, because when it popped up, I only clicked normal. I didn't click it with advantage.
Go on. Just roll it again. I think it's done it, but rather than investigate it all in the finale. Okay, so it's gone anyway.
Yeah, sit that. There you go.
So yeah, Beacon is gone, and then it's going to strike again. Another 23.
Oh my god, another hit.
Yeah, this is clambered up the men here. It's just the aspect of vampire. will remain where it is. It will attempt to Blood Vapor Ez. And I'm going to have Ez make a DC 19 Constitution saving throw. She fails. And Ez is going to take 6d10.
She's gone.
Necrotic damage. What? The difference from round to round. It was what, 48 a minute ago, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. This one is, I don't know if you can see it on hers, she got a 19. That one was a 19. So 19, and her constitution is reduced by 2.
Is that what I got hit with before?
The ability, but yeah. So no, sorry, it's yeah, the ability, but you resisted it very well.
Oh yeah, I did. I created it.
And that's all it's going to do. It does not move. Halvor.
Indeed.
Oh, no. Halvor, comma. A creature stunned in this way started to turn in the same space. It takes 4d6 necrotic damage, and the aspect regains the same amount of points. So you are going to take, as you begin to regain movement and control underneath the vampire, you're going to take 12 points of damage as blood just pours out of you and straight up into the mass of the creature. So
I'm
move it away.
furious. I will take half of it.
You do.
Which presumably would mean it would regain half.
It would. So you have taken 6 damage. It has regained 6 damage. You are underneath it, sharing its space, but it's the start of your turn, and you are no longer stunned. You have your round.
Do I need to save again?
Save what again?
From starting my turn here again.
Nope. You are no longer stunned. Because you started it stunned in his space. That happens, but now you are released.
Instead of the other thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to call out to Esmeralda. Is that a charisma save?
No, it is reading the stanzas or spells with semantic verbal components.
So ordinary shouting.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I'll shout to Esmeralda,
Get back! Get out of the circle and get back!
and I myself am going to try and move.
So that's wisdom. Wisdom 14.
Not with advantage.
No, no longer. Yeah, you can get your bearings of where you're going. Remember, everything's difficult terrain as well.
Oh, Jesus.
Most smoky tendrils come from the floor.
I will move 10 feet that way, and then I'm going to use my action to slash out at the aspect of vampire.
Hits. A big hit.
Slashing out a second time. Wild, sweeping strikes.
Hits again.
Don't suppose it counts as undead, does it?
It does not.
Shame. And I will continue to use my movement audaciously.
Into the light!
As you step out of its range, it will make a strike at you.
It shan't, as if I attack something, it
Of
doesn't
course,
get an attack of opportunity.
with that is so audacious.
It is indeed.
Yeah, of course.
I presume I can't see Halvon, yeah?
Oh, absolutely no way you can see Halvor.
That's half movement. I suppose I would indeed have a bonus still, so I will bonus action.
Didn't
dash.
you bonus a second ago? I thought you said.
I've only attacked and
Cool, okay. Yeah.
moved. I will try and check on Cora, I guess, or try and start going south.
You can see me, can't you? I'm still 15 foot in the air.
Yeah, but you might have dark vision, but he doesn't.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. But have you not got your light on? Your sun sword out?
It's very dimmed right now.
Yep. So is that all from Halvor? You can start moving your way around. Okay.
I can get to there, and that is it.
Okay. Esmeralda is going to continue to try and find her way out. So first of all, DC 14 Wisdom for her to navigate accurately. She's good. She's going to move away, but the Vampire Spawn will get an attack opportunity on her. Misses. And she is going to 1, 2, 3. She's going to get up the circle. She is then going to see... No, she won't. It's too dark. But Esmeralda... No, actually, Esmeralda would at least throw a firebolt or something at the glowing aspect of vampire. She unleashes a firebolt and it goes wide. I don't know why she was also targeting Cora, but she misses both of them.
Rude.
The vampire spawn next to you continues to have its wounds just tie up in front of you, Cora. It slashes out once. Oh, the claws take you heavily. Right across the torso. And then it's going to try again. That was so nearly another that 20 on my screen. Second one misses. Vampire reaches out. In fact, no.
God, I don't know what that is, but it's not good.
That was 1d4 minus 1. I actually did minus 2. So yeah, nothing happens. Van Richten is going to attempt to disengage. Can he make his wisdom saving throw? He sees he's onto... in fact, no, he's grappled. So he has to use his action to try and break the grapple. He's going to go with Dex to try and break out of it. He needs to make DC 13 to get out of this grapple. He does not manage to get away. He is doing nothing. Cora, it's you.
Right, I'm getting rid of this bitch this time. Come
Okay.
on. Is she looking ropey yet?
No.
No! Oh God.
I mean, I'm being a cock. She is looking fairly bad, I suppose.
Well, shucks. I mean, I don't think there's anything else I can do until I'm not being attacked by someone. So now I'm still done.
Okay. The vampire spawn is already grappling Van Richten, is just going to bite. She's going to make the most of the fact he can't get out of this bite from her, and she is just chomping away. Oh, that should have been advantageous. So let's roll it again. Take the highest. Yep.
He's truly delicious.
Bartender, it's you.
Okay, I am going to jump down there. Boop.
Into the circle. Mmm.
Indeed. Then, as an action... Ooh, okay. Oh, no! Shit. Okay.
You're in the ring now, boy.
I'm in the ring. Okay, I missed the second bit. So, as an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer.
Do you have one? You got your shield.
Pardon? Yeah,
You got your shield.
Oh, yeah, it's not that bit. It's more that I have to speak a prayer. That I forgot about. So, I'm going to try and speak a prayer.
You manage it.
Woohoo! Okay, I am going to turn undead. And it's within 30 feet, so it will only reach this one next to me and the one next to Cora.
Nice.
As an action, because I'm in the light, so they can both see and now hear me. So I will take that.
Is there no CR limit to this?
So it's just turn undead. If they are, they're not going to be low enough CR to destroy them.
Yeah.
Just turn undead. A turned creature must. They must make a Wisdom saving throw, which will be. With me. DC 15.
Am I making that manually on both of them?
We'll see how it works. It's always a bit weird with features, but we'll see.
Okay, yeah, target them both and try it.
I'm going to try it. I'll try it. Turn undead.
Yes, it's prompted it.
Nice.
Both fail.
So they
And
will both. Oh, go on.
Is it an on their turn thing or is it their use their reaction thing?
Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a Wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can.
Okay, that's fine.
As I kind of like, and I'm just gonna. I'm presuming that my friends have seen me use this ability and they know that if they attack them, that it will break the spell.
Yep.
Good to know.
Okay, anything else from you?
Yes. I am going to try and move out of here.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
DC 14. False. Roll me a D8.
Ah!
You stagger your 15 feet. Disoriented. And that is where you find yourself.
And then for my bonus action, then as I kind of see that I am struggling, I am going to try and cast another spell. Well, cast a spell because my challenge is not a spell.
So DC 14 charisma?
Yeah, 1 second, just want to double check. Yeah, it's a verbal component, okay. And DC 14 charisma.
You fail. The spell
Oh, there's a 19
catches,
on the dice! I hit the dice!
catches in your throat and you are silenced until the end of your next turn.
Shit. And then I just look over at the aspect of vampire.
Yeah.
And then in my mind, because I can't speak out loud, I say to Tenebrous, I've failed you. I feel our bargain. The deal we've made will soon come to an end.
There is no reply.
That is me.
Okay, so you cast it on the ones that was fighting Van Richten and one that was fighting Cora. You've left this one here alone,
No.
yeah?
No, it's the one that was next to me and the one that was next to Cora.
Okay, so Van Richten one's
was out of reach.
Right, okay. It is going to... It's going to chase Ez down. Ez is...
No, it runs away from me for a minute. It
Oh yeah,
has to run away
yeah. I had it in my head that it was even after you said it that it was the Van Richten one. Hold on, so we're back to there. So got to use its full movement. So yeah, so that's a full 60.
It's gone for
There
a
we
minute.
go.
It's gone for 10
Yeah. Tell you who hasn't gone though. Vampire. Now with you in the circle. Oh, why can I suddenly not?
I just look at it, my eyes dripping black.
Why can't I target you?
Eyes are. Tenebrous, the gift of Tenebrous, I can't be targeted by vampire when I'm in the circle.
It is going to shadow hand you. And try and drag you closer. Oh! Still targeting Ez, but yeah, this shadowy hand, I don't know why I suddenly can't do what I'm trying to do here. This shadowy hand reaches out, but just, yeah, it misses you. You twist away at the last second and the claws just go slamming and digging into the grass and drag back towards it. You somehow have not been grabbed. Halvor. I'm gonna F5 so that I can start targeting things again. F5 is doing nothing for me. It's my bloody keyboard, isn't it? That's a problem. Okay, Halvor, it's you.
So Bartambleth is just chilling in the circle, is he?
Yeah, I'm feeling alright. Feeling pretty good about myself.
Yeah, he's not stunned or anything. He's just stood there.
I'm going to continue to move to check on Cora. Can I see her from here? Or can I only see within like 5 feet of myself?
No, you cannot.
What can I see?
Whatever's in the light. You've all decided to go into the darkness.
Well, there's only tiny dots of light. What light?
Yep, that's it. That's what. If you're stood in the light,
Christ.
that's what I can see. That's why I couldn't target Cora before.
Mm-hmm. So if you're moving, make that wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah.
To try and earn the right to move at half speed through the Crimson Fog. You're going nowhere. Roll me a d8.
And these dice are fucked up, man. Like, everything that's been rolled on the actual Dice So Nice is showing one thing, and coming up completely different.
You find yourself disoriented and staggering, Halvor. You can continue to go further if you want, but we will continue to be in that direction. As in, that's your movement, but I know you have things that you sometimes do to move further. Cora, you're soon. Be thinking of what you're going to do.
Okay.
She's soon? There's like 3 more people before her.
Yeah, they're all quick NPCs though.
There's
None of them.
anything else I want to do?
Okay. Yeah, it's all NPCs.
All
So-
NPCs that have 3 attacks.
So Esmeralda is going to attempt to cast a spell. So first of all, can't you make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw?
Yes, she can.
No, she
Yes.
can't.
Oh.
So she instead will try and move towards where she can hear Van Richten's cries. Can't you make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw? No. Oh, roll 1d8. Where's Ez going? In exactly the direction she wanted to be going. She manages to make it to Van Richten.
If we're next to somebody, can we use them as like a navigating point, like if we wanted to move around them?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just when we're in the dark on our own.
Yeah, that's why like the men here before was fine for it as well. The vampire one slashes out at Cora again.
Well, it wasn't before, because when she was there, she had to roll to
It's
move. That's what I'm wondering.
oh yeah, probably shouldn't have been. A lot to track. Cora, the claws come out of you, but this time they just wrap around your neck, and you feel yourself being pulled towards it.
No, who's doing that?
The vampire spawn, whose turn it?
running
No,
away.
it's the running away one! Yep. 60 feet. It reaches out and it grabs its hand around your neck and then it goes, actually, and just leaps down from the bed here and runs. Well, can you make an attack? Oh no, you could make one, but you would know. Yeah, you would remember from previous encounters not to. Okay, so it's gone. Van Richten is going to attack the vampire spawn that's on him twice. First one misses. Next one misses. Van Richten having a bad time. Cora, it's
He's
you.
the worst vampire killer ever known.
It's why he's been hiding. He's a fucking fraud. he's like king. Right, go on, Cora. Yeah, go on, Cora. It's you.
Oh my god, what are they gonna say?
What are they gonna do if they know?
So, I mean, it would be sad if I didn't get to get any owls out, wouldn't it? So I guess what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some owls out.
Okay.
I would like half of them to be doing flybys. I want them to be outside of the ring, flying in, attacking the vampire, and then going out again, so that they're not staying within
Okay. What do you want the owls to be doing other than attacking Tenebris? Because I'll give to you now. Sorry, what the hell, vampire? Because I'll give to you now, just for the logistics point, they're not going to be damaging him.
Okay. So the other ones are gonna. I'm assuming. I can't see them, but I'm going to assume that there are other vampires spawn in the area. So their job is going to be flying around, keeping us safe, basically.
Okay,
attacking
yeah.
any vampire spawn.
Cool. So you want them. Why no?
I want any that are running towards us and actively engaging with us to be attacked by them.
So you see, this is owl usage I can get behind. So we are having the owls stationed around, alerting and sort of running interference on any vampire spawn that appear to be entering the fray to come towards us.
Yes.
I am all for that because that doesn't bulk up the combat log. What I'll do is, if any vampire spawn does come into that situation, we'll have those owls in radius begin to act.
What you've done, Lindsay, is make sure that no vampires now appear because the DM doesn't want to load these owls into the combat queue.
Take the spell off, Cora.
Oh. I didn't like your laugh, DM.
This owl would have spawned and immediately sees there is a vampire spawn at play right next to it. So I'll put initiative in for that one. You tip the spell off, great. Back into the combat tracker. Where's Cora? There we go. So it is that vampire spawn who has Van Richten grabbed. It is going to continue biting because he has been unable to break the grapple. These teeth just come in hard.
So hard.
You just hear cries, just struggled cries through the dark. And you hear just a furious, anguished scream from Esmeralda. It's like, no! Rodolphe!
Has he gone down? He's not gone down. Shut the front door.
The giant owl swoops down to the vampire spawn that is nearby and is going to make a talon attack before retreating back to a safe height with flyby. It hits. And then it retreats back to a safe flight with flyby. Bartandalus, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to...
You feel the possibility that words may come back into your throat.
Okay. Should probably start with that then, eh?
Well, you have to make another save unless you're trying to cast something.
No, I am trying to cast.
Okay, yeah.
Woohoo! Okay. I am going to cast a... Oh, fucking hell! Hold on it. Oh, wait, hold on it.
Every fucking time.
No, it's every time. The problem is because we can see the whole map. Every time I forget, oh no, I actually can't see anybody. Even though I can see everybody, I'm not supposed to be able to see everybody. I'm obviously going to cast a spell, but I just want to check with what fateful naming, resonant.
Halvor, you're soon.
Right, if the named creature is within range of the spell, you can target the creature. So, I'm wanting to cast Bless. I can target a creature within range of the spell even if I can't see them, if I name them.
The distance between people, I'm taking it that you should only be able to bless like yourself and the person you're using the resonant for.
So I can't name Cora and Halvor?
No, because it says you can name a creature as the target of the spell, and only one of them is the target, and then other people get like the splash damage bless.
Okay, that's fair enough. Right, okay, it's not worth doing then because I can't see these people.
Okay, so what are you going to cast instead?
Yeah, I'm going to cast... I'm going to cast... Let's go for the big boy. I'm gonna go for Fireball.
Okay.
I'm gonna Fireball on Vampire.
Okay. Oof. It succeeds, shrugging it off. Did you click that as crit damage?
No, I just rolled well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
a strong blast. Very
he
nice.
Shrugs it off. Bullshit, this man.
He does.
And then I'm going to try and move.
Okay, DC 14 Wisdom. No. Roll me a D8.
What do I want? So I want a 4, 5, or a 6, really, don't I?
Pretty much.
Not that it matters. Nothing happens when I'm in this thing here. D8. I didn't want that!
You follow, staggering towards the flames. You should go 15 foot, but I don't see why you'd go walking into Vampire. So yeah, you stagger towards what you think is a way up the circle, towards like the red miasma that surrounds it, but instead you realise as you get up to it that it just goes up. It raises up, and you're in front of the aspect of blood itself.
I mean, if I am there, can I not see the lights even if I'm outside?
Yeah, but you're still disoriented by your movement. Okay. It's just this is full. Everywhere is just full of thick fog as well.
So if we're next to something physical or a person, we're okay.
Yeah,
but the lights are kind of like illusionary, kind of like, oh, what's going on? Okay, cool.
Anything else from you?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm done.
That vampire spawn is basically gone. That one's not coming back. It is Vampire's turn. It is going to... It drifts towards you, starting to enter your space as the smoke fills around you, Bartandalis. And then it is going to Shadow Hand Halvor.
Ooh. Because it wants two of us in its space.
Got you for free.
Got me, yeah.
Hits. Wait for the saving. It was a saving throw going up. Halvor, you resist being dragged in towards it. However, you still take. You don't get your damage halved. So can you pop the other damage back on, please? Accounting for. In fact, are you still surging?
I think I've taken damage every round. So
Have you? Okay.
But
Okay.
I'll add half of that.
Yeah, it does not manage to pull you forward, but it just moves over you. And it's drifting over you. Just the smoke begins to surround and swirl about you, Bartandalis. Halvor, it's your turn. You see Vampire just begin to envelop Bartandalis with its failed attack. This claw comes out and hits you. What are you doing, Halvor? Corey, you're soon.
I think Halvor would feel there's no option but to try and rescue the lad. And so he's going to go in anyway. Well, I'm going to try and move, actually.
Make a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, you're good.
So wise. Run in.
Half speed, remember?
So 20 feet, bonus action to dash.
Well, 20 feet's half for you anyway, isn't it?
It is. And then if I grab Bartandalis, am I then halved again?
Yes.
So
for dragging purposes, yeah.
Hang on, gotta do some maths now. I've moved 20. I've then got 30 that would be quartered, so I can move 5 foot south with him. And then I suppose I can do a double dash to get a final quartered 10 more feet. Which doesn't get us out, but he would be by the corner. Yeah, like over right one space.
Exactly.
True.
Okay, anything else from Halvor?
No, that is all of the things.
Excellent. You hear a faint whisper of gratitude in your mind from Vampire for grouping yourselves up so nicely. Next up, top around, Esmeralda is going to... She's grabbing onto Van Richten so she can move around him for free. She is going to attack this vampire spawn 3 times. Blood dripping down its face. She misses her first swing. She's obviously rattled by whatever state you don't all know Van Richten's in. And she hits 2 out of 3 times. That vampire spawn continues fleeing and is gone from battle. You hear a cry from the owls, Cora. An owl over to the west as another vampire spawn is spotted emerging from the blood mist.
Get him, owls!
Rudolf van Richten. In fact, let me just check something. Yeah, Rudolf van Richten does not make a death saving throw. Cora, it's
Hello.
you.
Good, I finally get to actually fire some arrows at fucking Vampire. I'm not sure what good it's gonna do. No one's actually fired any arrows at him yet, but we're gonna see.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
Hits. Bart, you're soon. Oof, nice.
I can't really see what's going on with Van Richten. The boys are there. I don't think there's an awful lot of help I can be. And I'm on top of a 15-foot thing, so I don't think I'm going to move. I think I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay. The owl to the west flies down and begins to attack and try and drive off this vampire spawn.
Nice owl.
Do you want them to be... You've seen the vampire spawn, but you know how quickly their wounds heal. Are you wanting them to attack these, or try and like grab them and fly up with them?
Yeah, I mean, if grabbing them and fly up with them means they're going to get more damage, then yeah, that makes more sense.
It would grab... It grabs that one successfully, does no damage, and it's going to fly up 60 foot and drop it.
There's some nice rocks just there, that'd be useful. Find a sharp one.
So that first vampire spawn, you hear a heavy thud as it hits the floor, having lost a chunk of its health. The vampire spawn that has successfully killed Van Richten
Oh no!
is now going to turn on his protege.
It turns straight away. Holy
What?
shit.
No.
No, but the vampire that has killed it is now going to turn on his protege because Ez is there.
I thought you said that Van Richten was turned on his
No,
protege.
he's just dead.
Meh.
Okay. The giant owl down here is going to attempt to do the same. If it makes its claw attack successfully, its talon attack, it's going to try and fly up and let go. It misses. Bartender, it's you.
Okay, so I'm presuming as I have Halvor next to me, I can move freely here, I can move around.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Then I am going to pull a Scroll of Bestow Curse out from my spellbook, and Vampire must make a DC 15. Okay, never mind.
Come on, what are you doing?
No, I'm trying to cast Bestow Curse. I'm trying to find out what the DC is. So it doesn't seem to say it in the description. Ah, fuck me. No, I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay.
Because I just realised it's a touch spell. Fuck. Never used. I've had that spell.
Is there
That spell's so long.
is there a verbal component to your heal?
Yeah.
Try and say the words.
Whew.
Ooh.
Going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
And then I will just carry on my movement and put myself out of sight from it. There.
Okay.
That's me.
That vampire spawn cannot make an attack against an owl because they have flyby and it's popped out of sight, but it will try. It will continue moving closer. In fact, it will dash to do so. So it comes charging out of a mist towards you, but it can't attack you, Barthandelus, because it's had to dash to get there. The aspect of vampire is going to reach up. Can't resist this morsel. Cora stood high up above everybody else on the stone plinth. On the stone men here facing it. It is going to try and shadow hand you, Cora.
What?
Oh, sorry, Halvor. Halvor currently has 43 HP. Just to set yourself back to this after damage is done. So, once Barthandelus finishes beating his children. So your strength save and throw, Cora. Let's have a look here. Cora, you fail. Your strength save and throw. So Halvor, put yourself back to 43.
Okay.
Was I supposed to do a constitution one as well?
Yes, for your owls.
Uh,
But your you succeed your concentration, but you are just ripped straight off the plinth, off the menhir, and are dragged into the circle and are beneath. Oh yeah, someone in chat, are you still there, Barthandelus?
no, he's beating his children.
Barty! No, he is. He's stepped away for domestic violence purposes. Yeah, so Cora is dragged into the circle, beneath the aspect of vampire. No! Yeah. Next up, Halvor. Sick. Halvor's doing the fucking bleep test here, in and out of the circle.
It's a good job he's in such good shape.
Yeah.
Time to go again. Time for my wisdom save.
Yeah. Are you back with us, Barty?
Yeah.
Someone in chat has just pointed out something I said last week. All these vampire spawn not being damaged by the sunlight that definitely could have come from the holy symbol. When you were like, I'm gonna put the holy symbol on Sergei, I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, they're not being damaged by the sun sword, so...
They are.
Oh, okay.
Roll a d8, Halvor.
Only if they're in within 5 feet of it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, in fact, Halvor. So, oh, yeah, you're looking to move in, so you end up going more that way.
Okay. I don't know. If I do extra movement, do I keep going in the same direction?
No, you roll again, man.
Sure. Let's. Wait, would it be another wisdom save or would
Yes.
it be another d8?
Another wisdom save.
Okay.
Cora, you're soon.
So, did none of these owls try attacking this vampire that ran towards me? I thought thought that was their job.
Yeah. They have one's tried to lift it, and it's been picked up and dropped into the air. Oh yes, these two would pop into initiative as it approaches. Yeah, let me add those two in as well. But yeah, it's ran over to you after it's been carried 60 foot into the air and dropped by the first one, but noticed it because they're just doing flyby picks and drops.
Conveniently, they just decided they were dropping it next to me.
No, it picked it up, it dropped it, and then it had its turn and 60 foot dashed over towards you. Yeah.
That's direction number 2, right?
Jesus, yeah, Halvor.
Well, I'm in some nice light.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to have to stay there.
Okay. Which giant owl are we on? Yeah, this giant owl comes in here. If it manages to get land its attack, it's gonna forgo damage to grapple it up and let go. Yeah, so it can fly 45 foot up and drop. So roll it. That's flyby, so it grabs it, flies up, drops it. Oh god, 10 damage. Well, it forgoes a round of its.
Drops it over there.
But picking them straight up and dropping them down for fall damage. If it's travelling back over that way, it's not dropping it as far down. I don't want to get into all the geometry at this stage. We'll move over a couple of squares. Okay. Esmeralda is going to attack this vampire spawn 3 times. She's going to try and hack with the axe 3 times there. First one, misses. Second one, misses. She's rattled. Third one. Hits. Cora, it's your turn. You are, in fact, first of all, you are in vampire space. So can you please make me a DC 19 wisdom saving throw?
Probably not. No.
You are stunned until the start of your next turn. And if you're still in its space at the start of next turn, bad things happen. So yeah, you are just unable to move.
Halvor, help!
Giant owls. So that owl from over there would be continuing to come over. Can this one land a talon on the vampire spawn? It cannot. That one misses. This vampire spawn continues to heal. It is going to attack Esmeralda. First one misses. Second one misses. That giant owl is going to try and do a bloody pick and drop on it. Nat 20. In terms of how, because I'm not ruling damage, we're going to say it has a burst of speed and manages to lift it higher. So it drops it for some extra height. Woo. And it takes 24 points of fall and damages it. Bodies back down to earth. Bartandalus, it's your turn.
Okay. 2, 5, 6. Okay, cool. I'm going to try and move.
So remember, you're fine moving around the menu. It's when you want to move away from it, you have to roll.
I'm going to be moving away from it.
Okay. Yep, you're fine.
Nice. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Ooh.
6.
Half movement, member. Half movement.
What's half movement?
Everything's difficult terrain.
Say again. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I've not had to do that, so I didn't know.
Missed the fucking Misty step.
And okay, well then, yeah, no, I'm not moving into that then, because that would take all my movement. So okay, I'm going to move out of sight, and I'm going to target Cora and try and heal her. Can you move Vampire over a little bit?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, I've not had to move on my own.
Is it a verbal spell?
It is, yeah.
Your voice catches once again. No spell comes forth.
Okay.
You are silent until your next turn.
And then I am going to try and cast I'm going to try and cast. Oh no! Yeah, I'm done.
Bright Lance. You can. Was it a bonus action heal? If it was, you can try. You can still try and make an attempt to cast Bright Lance.
Well, I mean that's the thing. Am I? Nah, no, it wasn't. It was going to be a cure.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. It would normally, but when you failed it, you are silent until your next turn. It's if you were successful, you can keep making attempts for others.
Yeah.
Others. Yeah, of course. So okay, yeah, you are silenced. This vampire spawn. Where is Halvor in relation to it? Yeah, it heals, and it is. Where is Halvor? Oh yeah, he's fucking over there. Yeah, this vampire spawn comes up for you. A 19. You do anything about it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! You can't.
I can't. I'm doing nothing.
Fuck. And it's gonna claw again.
1 minute. One.
Oh, go on.
Yeah,
Oh, you said if Warden Flare's verbal.
Yeah. I don't think Warding Flare is verbal.
Oh, misses anyway.
Well, yeah, but I would have cast it, so I'll take it.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's not a spell, is it?
No.
Constantly forget it isn't a spell. But then, yeah, as this vampire comes rushing in at you, you just have another owl come dropping in from above, and this picks it up. Drops it a couple of tiles over for rolling so low on these big D10, these big D10 rolls. The aspect of vampire. is seeing an opportunity. Going to try and shadow hand Esmeralda over beneath it with Cora. Oh, shit. Right, Cora, you're on how much HP? 34. Whatever this does to you now, we'll put you back to 34.
So Ez is dead, yeah? Ez is down?
Ez is down. It's going to calculate it in a second. See what happens with the strength saving throw? Well, she's down, actually, so she wouldn't, regardless of what it says, she wouldn't make the save because she's down. So yeah, Cora, put it back to 34, and Ez is dragged in. Did you put yourself back up, Cora?
I did.
Excellent. Halvor, you see Esmeralda dragged out into the circle, just crushed into the floor and dragged. You see Cora underneath. I will give you, in this vital moment, Halvor, if you would like to take a level of exhaustion, you can go all out and try to illuminate the sun sword as bright as you can against the darkness.
You don't have to make any skill check.
I would do that.
Would you say sorry?
I will do it.
Okay. You take a level of exhaustion, and I will adjust your light accordingly.
Oh, that's a point. I should have been able to see Halvor, right? Because he's got the sun sword.
But it's been stuttered down until now.
Oh, sorry. We can't see him, but it just has a little
Yeah.
light around him. Okay.
Yeah. But now you can see him. So inside that light radius now, as you draw on Argynvost, inside that light, movement is no longer halved. No movement checks. No direction checks are needed.
Nice.
So that was not an action. That was 3. Halvor, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Oh, well, I was going to try and run away around the circle, I think, but if I can actually move where I want to, I think I will try and rescue some of my friends. Ez is unconscious and Cora is not yet.
Correct.
No, but I can't stay. Something bad's gonna happen if I stay where I am.
I think something bad's going to happen to Esmeralda as well.
NPC.
What's going to be, Halvor? He's coming in.
Run across, grab onto Cora and drag her half movement styles. She should make it to there.
Nice.
I forget. Has it been an action to grab her or?
No, we decided no.
Run. Okay, so if I bonus action run, I still have an action. So let's say I slash out at Vampire before I grab Cora as well.
Yeah. Hits. I love it when it's range. It's like the lightsaber throw effect. Blood begins to pour out from the throat of the aspect for a moment, but it doesn't even attempt to quell it or hold it. It just lets it pour down its front. Yeah.
Is that the first time that you've hit it with the sun sword?
I think the second. Maybe?
Is that what happened last time?
No.
Damn.
But yeah, that'll be everything.
Okay. Giant owls continue to come in and try and bully the vampire spawn with attacking Bartandalis.
Oh, poor vampire spawn.
Hits. Gets lifted. Oh.
These owls are MVPs this round. I don't think they've missed yet, have they?
Nope.
Unlike me.
But the fall damage is atrocious. Oh, that's much better fall damage. Yeah, this vampire falls with lands with a very heavy crunch, like on its head and its neck, and after a moment, it just pulls itself back up and just its neck back, but it looks very heavily damaged. Yeah.
Shakes it off.
Top of round, Esmeralda. Esmeralda begins her turn in the same space.
That's 2 failed saving throws, right?
Oh, didn't type. Didn't do /roll. You see Halvor and Cora through the light of a sun sword. Ez's body beneath the aspect of vampire just lifts up slightly for a moment, and then just the fluids begin to pour out of her, pulled up like a mist into vampire before she lands heavily back on the floor, looking concerningly desiccated.
So she's just taken damage while she's unconscious.
Correct.
So she has failed. Does that fail?
Don't worry, I'm going to sort it. There are definitely consequences.
But she has to make a saving throw as well, though, right? At the beginning of her turn. So she could potentially die on this round.
It's a good shout. When Esmeralda's body hits the floor, Halvor, you see that it looks mummified. All of the lifeblood has been forcibly torn out of Esmeralda Davenir, and it would seem that she is dead.
For realsies.
Van Richten doesn't act because he is dead. Cora, it's you.
Is she really dead?
She is.
Shit, no. Oh, well,
And Van Richten's been took to 0 by an effect that is if this reduces him to 0, then he's dead.
Oh my god.
So I'm going to remove Van Richten, and I'm going to remove Esmeralda from the combat tracker. Your allies are dwindling. What are you doing, Cora?
Right, well, I'm going to fire on Vampire as my first thing.
Okay. Yeah, the arrows come flying thick and fast there.
And he can reach out beyond this circle, right?
He can.
So I'm going to turn invisible.
Okay. You are invisible. That's right. We know you're invisible.
I'm going to move round a circle so I'm not stood right next to Halvor.
Okay. Move where you want. Remember, it's half movement, but...
I'm still in the light of Halvor's sunsword, so I should be fine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good there.
Cool, okay. Giant owls come in again. Trying to bully that vampire spawn. This time it gets dropped for another 16. It's looking in a bad way. Also... Oh, which vampire spawn's that? Yeah, that vampire spawn's fine. Okay. This vampire spawn, you see, Cora, it to sort of stop it. Vampire spawn have run into the light of a sunsword before to attack, but this one is just stuck at the edges, seeming unwilling to step into this particularly intense burst. And it's basically, it's looking, oh no, it's not looking at you, Cora, because you're invisible. You see it looking over towards where it can see Halvor. It's looking past or through you, and you can see that it's just hanging at the edge. It is unwilling to step in.
Yeah, screw you, bitch.
This owl, being a particularly intelligent owl,
Oh, my owls are particularly intelligent.
grabs it, but drops it inside. So
Nice.
not as much fall damage because it's took some horizontal movement as well. But 19 from it. Bartandalus, it's you. You just feel the light of this empowered sun sword wash over you, and you know that you can move easily.
And then I am going to cast Fireball.
As you do go to, you still feel that pressure of the crimson smoke trying to push in, but the DC is now 12. Yeah, soundly. If Ez wasn't dead.
Fuck.
Succeeds. Just as the fireball shoots towards it, at the last second, this almost like curtain of blood just leaps up from the floor and shoulders a lot of the blast. But still gets through, you still see some smoke coming off it. It does not look as healthy as it did when it first arrived. Anything else from you, Bartandalis?
Nope.
That vampire spawn is going to take empowered sunsword damage and just bursts into flames. There are no vampire spawn in play. Well, there's not about to be in the second Cora. What do you want the owls doing instead?
I mean,
Just continuing their patrol for more?
Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't know there weren't more coming, so I'm still
Of course,
going to
yeah,
hunt them around.
yeah. Okay. Vampire. Let's have a look. Who's closest? Bartandalis is closest.
No, not me.
It is going to try and shadow hand Bartandalis
Wait.
in. Oh,
I'm gonna warding flare as I see it turn towards me.
Does warding flare still work for range attacks as well?
Interpose light divine light between yourself when you are attacked by the creature within 30 feet of you.
Cool. Yep.
So it
So
poses
this-
disadvantage to the attack roll. Fuck this bullshit.
Hit both. Ah, sorry, Cora. Hey, you've mitigated the crit at least. So yeah, again, sorry, Cora. Put yourself back to 34 after this damage hits. Don't know why it keeps doing this to you.
Oh, it would be dead.
I am dead anyway.
Not if you pass the save. You did not pass the save. So yeah, Cora, I'll put you back to 34. There you are. You're on 34. Bartandalis, what was your strength saving throw? Yeah.
7.
Bart is smashed. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So Bart is smashed down to the floor. Halvor, you see him crumple, and he is dragged in towards Vampire. Halvor, it's you.
Bartandalis! I charge in again. Like the idiot I am.
Oof, that was a big hit. Christ alive.
Company with another smaller, more wild stab that doesn't do as much damage, and I will try and pull away with Bartandalis.
Yeah, it's a half movement, but remember, you don't have the only half movement for dragon, so it's not quarter movement.
Only half. That is fantastic.
Yep.
So that brings me to my regular movement, and then I'll bonus action for some more. Can get all the way over there. That's amazing.
And you will see that Bartandalis is unconscious. Blood coming out the corner of his mouth, seemingly slipping away, perhaps. Some experts might say.
Actually heal.
I've got a healer's kit.
So
Stabilize.
I am unconscious. Okay.
Oh, fucked is what you are.
The irony being that instead of the fireball, my intention was to cast a mass heal on us all, but Cora went invisible, and I need to be able to see her.
Shit.
Cora, you pop back into sight.
Ooh, Halvor, do
I
you
would-
have any ways of helping him?
You would see as well that although the turn hasn't happened, you'd see this vampire spawn who's just landed heavily on the floor is already smouldering. I'll give to you that vampire is going to be deleted as soon as it's turn. Just before you waste an action on it.
I am enraged at seeing how many of my friends have been taken down by this monster.
Oh yeah, sorry. From here and the light, you would see Van Richten is lying bloodied on the just on the floor here, and Esmeralda, especially after the fireball, you could tell, you could see enough before Bartandalus's fireball that she was like beyond dead. She looked like a 100-year-old corpse, like before the fireball came in. So yeah, you see that your friends are dead.
So I'm going to use my Hunter's Mark, which doesn't require concentration,
Okay.
and go for him.
Okay.
Oh no, I missed him. Shit. Oh god, that was so crap.
Snake eyes.
And I'm then gonna duck behind a rock so he can't grab me.
Okay. Giant owls continue their vigils. The vampire spawn, just after hitting the floor, just erupts into flame. And is ash in seconds. Bartandalus. You hear a voice. Why isn't it working for me? That's concerning. Rather than delay, I'll sort it in a second. You hear Tenebrous. He offers you one last chance. He offers that for half of your vitality, he will give you one more chance to return and finish what you had agreed.
I will take your offer. Let us both finish.
Halvor, Bartandalus snaps to life. He looks weaker. He looks less. He definitely looks more frail and pale and gaunt. But there he is.
Even worse than he was already.
Heart.
I've got more hit points now than I've had like throughout the entire fight.
Bartandalus, it is the beginning of your turn.
Ooh. So I'm prone, lying on the floor.
You're prone lying on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, and maybe the Constitution saving throw actually. DC 16 for you now. Oh no, sorry, it's reset. You've rested it all off, didn't you?
Yeah.
Then yeah, DC
10 now.
DC 10. Yeah, you gain a level of exhaustion.
Fuck you, Tenebrous, with your half heal! I open my eyes. I see my companions wounded, but I also see vampire.
Yes.
My eyes are on the prize. And so I will... Suddenly unexpected that I will be able to do anything. I am going to... and it's just fireballing it.
Okay.
That's all I can really do. So I'm going to try and cast a charisma saving throw.
You don't need... Oh, yeah, sorry, but it's much easier. 12. Yeah, easily done.
Just blowing Esmeralda to absolute pieces. Fuck you. From the ground. Kind of like skirts along the floor, just like this fireball just burning all the grass away. Kind of explodes around him, and as the flames and smoke drift apart, he's still just floating in front of me, and I will slowly use my action, my movement, half my movement to stand up.
No.
Oh.
As the fireball hits it, red eyes flare for a moment from within the roiling thick smoke of a summoning circle before a piercing, endless scream explodes out, rocking you all for a moment. After a beat, the scream is met by an impossible number of screams seeming to originate from the clouds above, the ground below, the trees surrounding you. The screams of countless men, women, children, beasts, centuries worth of screams. As that cacophony gradually fades to a whisper and then nothing, Vampir's scream does not end. You see deep within the smoke the rising glow of the amber sarcophagus. Its glow intensifies, and as it does so, the lanterns surrounding the summoning circle shine brighter themselves. A curved beam of pearlescent light gradually unfurls from each lantern, linking to its neighbours until a circle of milky white light shines over the salt circle. The beams of light grow higher, creating a pale translucent curtain rapidly heading up to the heavens that you can see through. Vampir suddenly lurches and flies upwards, surging skyward from his position above the amber, a thick trail of crimson smoke spilling out heavily from behind him. A moment after he does so, the ring of light rapidly rushes inwards towards the amber sarcophagus. The aspect of Vampire makes it almost 50 feet into the air before hitting an invisible barrier. It pushes and struggles against it, and you see that featureless face whip from one side to the other, seeing the rapidly closing ring of light. The face turns down towards you all for a moment, even looking straight at you as your invisible Cora, and emits a silent scream before the ring washes over it. As it does so, the form of Vampire is forcibly dragged down at such a speed that it almost seems to stretch out, being drawn into the now brightly glowing amber sarcophagus. You each feel a great pressure building in your heads as if you've ascended Baselenka on rockback in a matter of minutes, and the grass and trees around you seem to sag and press for a few moments as if being weighed heavily. Suddenly, it relents. The red rolling smoke, thick across the floor, suddenly begins to dissipate. The summoning circle clears, and Vampire is gone. Now, all that remains is the amber sarcophagus. It stands there, the glow greatly diminished, but a dark red mote of smoke now slowly writhing around deep in its depths. You feel its muted, impotent fury. You have completed the ritual.
Yeah.
I will, feeling suddenly empowered, move towards.
Are there still the black stuff going around or no?
No.
Don't touch it, Batty.
From here, can I see Van Richten?
You can. His body is ruined on the floor.
Is there no body for Ez anymore because of...
Yeah, there is. You can see in the pile of near enough ash and tattered leather, you see a magic sword, a magic axe, and the melted remains of a prosthetic leg.
No music, by the way.
Yeah, I stopped it.
Okay, cool. I will look to the amber sarcophagus. I will look. Then, in my head, I will say to Tenbrus, "We did it. You and I. What happens next?"
It is done. Vampire is excised from the land. Now it is time. It is my time.
Did we all hear that okay?
Yeah.
And you all heard that, not just you, Bartendless. I think for the other two, this would be your first time hearing. Also, can you hear the music?
Yes.
Yeah.
I cannot, which is infuriating, so I'm going to F5 because if I can't hear it, the viewers can't hear it.
I will look. I'm presuming Halvor and Cora are suddenly kind of like... I can see that they are visibly startled of hearing the voice, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think they've never heard it before.
So I know that they potentially heard the same voice.
What was that? Who was that?
And what did it mean? It's his time.
I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of it all.
And I'm saying this as I'm walking around sarcophagus, looking inside it.
I dare say that you're free to go. I dare say the mists will be open to you to return.
And to you.
I do not think I am old. Luxury.
Oh, I missed that. What did you say?
I do not think I am owed such a luxury.
Is this what Strahd meant when he said, "Tell Bartandalus I'm sorry"? Are you now stuck here instead?
I look around.
And I'll just say it out loud, but kind of in my head as well. Seems as though he's talking to us.
Is that the deal that I've made? Am I now stuck here as well?
We are not equal. You are nothing. You were merely the tool by which Strahd sought his release. He thought he knew your pride and how to play it. He was not wrong, I suppose. But I saw you even clearer. Knew what words would assuage your doubts, and in doing so, made you mine.
We had a deal that if I helped you, you would destroy the one that I wanted destroyed. The one that took anything that meant anything from me. If that
Now
deal,
let me show you, Dark Lord, that no good deed goes unpunished.
Some 20 feet away, on the grass, a single mote of darkness appears. It rapidly grows in size until it's around 10, 15 feet in diameter. It thickens, becoming a roiling tempestuous cloud of inky shadow. It writhes violently, and flashes of lightning and the sound of distant thunder rolling deep within. It intensifies, carrying over the thunder the occasional faintest hint of another sound, growing. It is a scream, screaming in abject, feral terror and panic. The scream of a young woman. Inside the mindless fear of the screaming, an occasional word can be heard.
Please! I don't want to go! Morning, what have I done wrong?
Tenebris's low, soft laugh rings in your ears, Bartandalus, like a mocking purr, as the smoke slowly ends its writhing and begins to be carried away on the wind. It reveals a slender figure kneeling, wearing a tarnished, soot-ridden yellow dress, the terrified, traumatized face of your sister. Her tear-filled eyes dart frantically around the scene, taking it in. Her arms grip herself, trying to suppress full-body shudders, as if heading out into the cold after years in the warmth of the sun. Her eyes finally land on you, and you see nothing but terror and revulsion. You know it immediately. She has seen everything you have done. She screams, "No! No, why? Why? I don't want to! No!" She half crawls, half scrabbles to her feet, making to flee down the promontory path back to the road. What do? Claudia is here, and she is fleeing.
I see her fleeing, and I will say out loud,
This is not the deal we made. How can you bring me here like this?
And she continues trying to run. Halvor Cora, you just see this girl manifested from nowhere, this terrified girl, just begins to flee.
I'll start chasing after her.
Oh, she's sorry. She's on the map, but she's heading north.
Oh, she said enough. She said towards the path. Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to flip this map. It's a swamp thing, really, isn't it?
Sure.
Yeah, she is. So she is just trying to absolutely leg it from you. Occasionally glancing over her shoulder, you can see she is just beyond terrified of you.
And I, Claudia! Claudia! And then I'm just shouting out loud to Tenebrous. How? We had a deal! How can I be trapped in this? This was not the deal we made!
Halvor, Cora, what are you doing when this is happening?
I think I would give chase as well, mostly out of confusion more than anything else.
Okay. You're obviously going to catch and overtake this girl sooner rather than later. As you're getting up to her, she trips and she begins to tumble heavily down the slope, but continues still trying to just scrabble and crawl away.
Don't worry, you're safe. It's safe now.
I will stop trying to compose myself, watching her flee, and speak directly to Tenebrous.
How can I be held by any dark bargain that I made if this is not the one that was made? Our deal was that you would help me destroy Velsharoon, and that I came into freely. I knew that I was sacrificing myself. I knew that whatever would happen next was on me. But this, I didn't agree to this. How can you hold me to such a dark deal when no deal like this? This was not the deal.
And for some reason, I can't do the voice live at the moment, so I'm glad I pre-recorded those earlier. But the voice, Tenebrous, smugly tells you that Velsharoon is already gone. He's fulfilled his end of the bargain. And it's just such a mocking, dismissive tone. Whilst this is happening, and in addition to the confusion of what's happening, you do feel some new sensations, Bartandalis. From the moment that Claudia appeared, you knew innately that you're able to allow the mists to let Halvor and Cora pass through. You would also know that the Vistani are able to pass through the mist by an ongoing agreement, but that you would be able to rescind that with a mere thought if you wanted to. So you just have new knowledge and sensation. Claudia continues trying to scrabble away. She is just fighting all of you off to try and get away.
I won't pursue her.
Girl, it's okay.
Halvor or Cora pursuing, or are you just going to watch and let her and see what's happening?
I would look back at Bartandalis, but I'd still be heading towards her, worried about why she's so distressed. What's wrong? Tell us, talk to us, we're friends.
The things he did, the people he's killed. And she's sort of looking back over his shoulder. But now I'm... And as she's looking over her shoulder, sort of like trying to keep a track on you all, she slips. And she tumbles down the steep part of the path, heading down from the windmill towards the road. And Cora, you just see from how she lands, you know she's landed very badly.
I run up to her and try to see how she is.
Do I see it?
Yeah, I see what it is. You see that she lands badly on her neck, disastrously badly. It is a fatal fall.
I will run towards her as she's gone down and instinctively kneel down next to her, reach to my holy symbol and lay my hands on her. I can only presume I no longer feel the touch of the Morning Lord.
Correct. Is there anyone else you cry out to for the healing gift.
I look to Cora and say,
Help her. I know you can.
Can I?
You can cast the
I
revive
haven't
spell.
got.
Yeah.
I've not got diamonds.
Thought we had one set left, didn't we?
No.
I will rush forward and reach into my pocket and pull out the Estus flask,
Nice.
which has finally got a charge again after many, many sessions.
Yeah.
I will pour that into her mouth.
Well, as you grab her to administer it, she just begins to sink and turn into mist that spills through your fingers. And you just know, Bartandalis, that in some time, maybe months, maybe years, Claudia will be here again. Maybe you can make her understand next time.
Oh dear, Bartendless.
I watch her dissipate. And I look at Halvor and Cora.
What did she mean, Bartendless? What have you done?
I did what I had to do. To end Strahd so that you could leave. Regardless of what he said, what Madame Eva might have implied. I still feel that it was me and my ritual that brought at least you here, Halvor. I had to do whatever I could to make sure you got home.
But don't you see? You've just started it all over again. We've solved nothing.
I can treat these people better. I won't.
Oh, DM celebrating early.
Go on, sorry.
I'm not Strahd. I'm not a vampire that will feed off their misery. Whatever deal I've made, although the terms I feel have been changed, I went into willingly. I told you, Cora. I'm not the good guy of this story. I never was.
I'm sure even Strahd was willing at first.
Well, if it is as we fear, then maybe one day I'll find myself facing people as good and as strong as the likes of you. And maybe they will end me.
So that's what it would take. You need to be ended like him.
The things I feel I know now. I think Strahd would have ended things long ago if he could. I do not feel it's as simple as wanting to leave this place. It will take a power greater than that.
And I look at them both.
But you are weak now. And your numbers diminished. I am no longer one of you. Lost Esmeralda. The two of you do not have the strength to stop me. And so I urge you to leave this place whilst you can. Whilst I'm still willing.
So that's it, you accept your fate. You will stay here.
I accepted my fate a long time ago. For a brief moment here, I managed to feel the light of the morning Lord once more.
You're no vampire that requires a stake. If you want an out, I can give you one right now.
I tell the owls to come in and start circling Barthandelus.
I'm not doing it on the map, but
Okay.
Oh. I look around.
what's the sun sword like in your hand, Halvor? Is it still extinguished? Is it out? Are you sort of battle ready? Have you stowed it?
Since we've only so recently finished combat, I imagine I probably wouldn't have put it away, but it's just at my side in my
Okay.
hand.
Does it? Do I feel any
No.
effect
no,
from it? Okay.
No.
I look around at the owls. And I drop my shield to one side. I unbuckle my plate mail, armor, chest. Let it drop to the floor. And I just hold my hands up. Let them come.
Barthandelus. Oh, go on, turn. But
But if I die here, die now. I don't know if you can leave.
I don't know if I could leave knowing that you were still here, knowing what could happen again.
And I will step forward and I don't know whether it's... I have my my Heart of Darkness feature that makes my eyes go dark, and I've obviously got the dripping darkness. And I will step forward and there's just an essence.
I have sacrificed everything for you to leave. Everything.
I'm not intimidated, I just stand there and say, that was your choice to make, and this is mine.
Barthandelus, as you think on how you want them to leave, you
I can
see a bit of panic in Halvor's eyes, as in a single fluid moment, Halvor, you take the sun sword and you level it, holding it against Cora's throat.
What?
And you hear a voice in your head that I wish my voice mod was working for, but the voice says, I know your name.
A voice that we would recognize?
As Tenebris. As you would remember that Barthandelus has committed both of your true names to the Book of Tenebris. And you just find that you are not in control. It would be so easy. And then the control releases, and you have... So Cora, yeah, Halvor just levels his sword at your throat for a few moments, and then his arm just drops.
Leave. While still lit.
Who is it that you consort with?
It is Tenebris. It is one of the dark powers from the Amber Temple. The one that Exothan served. That was the bargain that I will bring Exothan's phylactery to it.
And then I look at down where...
As he describes Tenebris, just to have you all see that flash for a moment.
Ooh, nice.
Reminded of that scale, just the impossible scale of the entity or the concept that Barthandelus now serves.
With panic returning to his eyes again, Halvor just takes a step back.
How much do I control the borders of the mist, DM?
They are static. You can't move them, but you can choose to allow. You can now, with so much as a 4, you can mentally anoint them both to be able to pass through to leave. You can make it so they can return. You can make it so they can leave and never come back, or are never able to find their way back. What we doing, Cora? We doing Halvor?
I think it's time that we leave.
I will step forward to Cora and say, I know we didn't always see eye to eye. I tried my best to do what was needed, even if it wasn't always right. Even up to the end. Even the things that did in Vallaki. And I looked at Halvor for a moment, but don't say anything. I had to sacrifice a lot to make sure that we could perform the ritual. But in doing so, it was allowed you to leave. I could make it so that once you go, you can never come back. Or I could make it so that you could return if you wish. That you can somewhere navigate the mist. If you wish to help, perhaps one day you'll return stronger and have more people.
I hope this isn't the last we see of you, Bartendless. This wasn't always the way you were. No matter how much you might say it, I wouldn't believe it.
I burned down Vallaki, Halvor. I killed women, children, everyone we knew. And that is still not the worst thing that I've ever done. You don't know me well enough. You never did.
Halvor's knuckles whiten around the hilt of the sun sword as he said that, but he holds back because he's not an idiot and isn't going to fight a futile fight. We've got some things to do. We need to see to the amber, and I need to return this. Once that's done, we'll be gone.
You can leave it with me. I'll return it. And I look over my shoulder, and the amber won't be a problem. Tenebris will see them.
I'm afraid I don't think I can leave it with you. I'm subject to the geese. It sounds ridiculous.
Honk if you Halvor.
Very well. There's no mists up near
No.
Salanka, is there?
No.
If we leave you, if we go, how do we know that you won't stop us returning?
It doesn't matter either way. Either way you're going.
I can't leave you like this knowing I can never do anything to help.
You don't have a choice.
My choice is die trying, I suppose.
And you will.
I know.
Perhaps you should help Halvor. Help him return the sword. And talk and think along the way. As to whether, after everything I've done, whether I'm worth saving.
It's not
No.
just you. There's more souls here to think about than you.
I don't think there are souls here. This place was not made for them. It was made for Strahd. And now me. This is not the land as we know it. It is a prison. And those who rule over it are cursed. I've come to see that. You can help these figments if you wish. With you and Halvor, you have more life in you than everybody in Barovia put together. To extinguish that light, that would be worse than burning Vallaki 10 times over. Those that come here, I have the ability to let them leave. Those that shouldn't.
The Vistani, do you think that they are figments too?
No, the Vistarni are a different breed. And it is under my decision as to whether they can leave or go. Those at the Serpool showed us kindness, and I will make sure that they are treated so. But the Vallaki Vistani, those who threatened me and crept into our room and left an eye on my pillow, they will know my wrath.
Halvor shakes his head. You get worse with every passing second.
Perhaps it is just the clarity. They accept all that are here are not equal. Are below us. They tried to take my life. They failed. That was their mistake. Threat against me. It will not go punished.
Halvor gestures to Cora. Cora, I think we should get out of here now. And leave here as soon as we can. Although I don't agree with everything he says. The souls that are trapped here have lived 1,000 lifetimes here. I would like us to at least be able to live out our one. Maybe one day we will return. But I don't think today is that day.
I take one last look at Bartandalis and say, this is what you want. This is to be your end.
I do not know how the story plays out, but I imagine that this is just my beginning.
Your end was long ago, my friend. Good luck to you. I shake my head and turn away from him, walk towards Halvor.
And I look to Halvor, nod, and say,
Safe passage up the Solinka. Climate should not be quite as harsh as it once was.
I'm glad I had you by my side for all of this. From the little things all the way through to vanquishing Strahd. I hope we get to see each other again and have a better time of it. So long.
I will step forward to give him final warrior's handshake if he will accept it.
I disable the sun sword and I turn my back and start walking down the hill.
I let the handshake drop.
Do you?
Your
Do
hand
you?
is now stuck there forever.
Do I what?
Do you let him drop? Or do you want your hand shaking? You can make him.
That's so pointless.
I mean, if I'm still under the influence of Tenebrous, where I feel that everybody's below me, and I want to know everything and be superior.
That part's well and gone, but you would know that you can make Tenebrous make him shake your hand if you want to make a point.
I look at Halvor as he starts walking away, and in my mind, I think I could make you shake my hand. But it wouldn't be me making you. It would still be him. And so I let the two friends that I have had leave unimpeded.
Okay. What does Bartandus do next before we head? I'll cover the other stuff separately. What does Bartandus want to do now?
As in this very moment,
Yeah.
I am going to crouch down to where the first sight where I've seen Claudia die, and I will take a handful of the dirt and I will place it into my pocket.
Okay.
And then I'm going to start heading north towards Kresk.
Okay. Do you see my whisper before, by the way?
Oh, I did not. Oh, okay.
So what, you're just heading there, you're heading to Kresk on foot?
No, that's fine for now. I will walk on the land.
Okay. Awkwardly, heading the same way as Cora and Alpha.
I thought they were going to. Oh, okay. I will go. No, they're going to go. I'm going to go in. I'll wait then. I'll wait till they leave.
We do want to go to the mountains, but also we're both pretty beat up, so
Yeah.
we probably need to go rest.
Just to remind you, you do know you're at the Forest Fane, yeah? Near the windmill? Okay, cool.
Yeah, we probably go back
Can
to
I-
the house, would we?
Can I expedite their travel?
For a second, I thought you were like, hey, look, guys, shut the fuck up. I've got stuff I want to say. You cannot. However,
Can she still summon the rock?
I
She
could, but I
hasn't.
don't know if he'd carry us, would he?
she hasn't tried. Yeah.
I mean, I have control over the rock.
Do you mean so expedite? No, you don't. Expedite what? I thought you meant travel back to the village. You mean their ascent up to Solenka?
Yeah.
Absolutely, you can make it so that the weather is a bit fairer for them. The conditions aren't quite as bad.
Yeah, I will do that. I will try to.
Yeah.
I will look to the sky, and I will make it a brighter day, the brightest day that Barovia has seen in some time. And
Oh well.
oh, okay.
As you're talking, the sun begins to. It's a real sunrise.
Sure. Okay. Well, it's going to feel warmer. They're going to feel as they're walking, they've got the wind at their back, urging them on that little bit more. And I will grant them this moment to try and fulfill what they need to fulfill.
Well, I don't think they were headed straight up to Solenka, were they? You say you wanted something else you were going to do first. You were about to say Halvor.
We're going to go and have a short rest, or a long rest, I think, at the house, aren't we?
At your house in Valaki.
Yeah.
Cool.
I imagine.
Okay. So as you travel and you pass through the gate of Barovia, obviously, as you get to the point where normally we would see this, you just see that Valaki is just pouring with what is clearly old smoke of fires that are now embers. every building in the town looks to have been put to the torch. Even from across the field, you can smell the burning dead. This town just seems to have been entirely consumed in a wildfire.
This was Bartandlus's work.
It would seem so.
If you were to head into the town, Cora Halvor, you find it. Let me just
I
sort.
don't think I would.
No, I don't think we would. I would say at this point, the Martikovs.
Well, we kind of need to head in that direction anyway, but yes, let's skirt the town and camp as we go.
Skirting the town. Do you basically are you heading around the exterior? You're staying outside of Vallaki?
Yeah, we wouldn't want to go in.
Yeah, I mean, the Palisades are burnt in so many places that you can often freely see into the remnants of the town, and you do not see a single sign of life the whole time. You recognise the occasional building. You see the timber skeleton at one point of just a decimated Blue Water Inn. A couple of the buildings that were more stone have the stone walls stood there, but you can see above the roofs are missing or just scant beams. You occasionally identify like a charred body or two, just on it's very, very, very sort of Pompeii. Yeah, no matter how slowly you take your time moving around or camping out around Vallaki, you do not hear the slightest hint of life. What do you do next?
I think that we are gonna make our way generally towards the Selenka, potentially past the winery, but we're not gonna dare or bother to venture into any closer into Vallaki.
Yeah,
Okay.
my instinct would be that we'd go and we'd sleep at the winery. That was my thought.
Okay, you find the winery deserted. No damage to it, but no sign of the Martikovs. Would you try and force entry if you can't get any sign of them?
Are there any ravens around?
No.
Have we seen any ravens the whole
No.
time?
Not one. Even though they fly across the map. The screen in front of
crows
us.
now.
Yeah, the crows. Do you force your way into the winery?
Yeah.
A brief inspection, just from your familiarity, would show that supplies seem to have been hastily gathered. People have hastily fled the winery. Do you rest there?
Yeah, I think we probably would. We've got to find somewhere that we would rest that would be
Okay.
safe. We wouldn't want to go up the Slanka for that.
Okay, so is there any specific business? I've got the Solenka sorted as part of kind of a wrap-up talk here. Is there any specific action business that Bartandalus wants to take before we get to epilogue sort of stuff? Is he thinking about it, or is he going for a wee?
No, I said
Oh, I didn't pick it up.
nothing
Okay.
immediately, because I think I would still be trying to gauge what the hell this all means.
So, the trip up the Solenka is easier. Hold on, get some better music for this. I have an epilogue track. Even though we might change it, wait, all this stuff. Yeah, the trip up the Solenka Pass is far easier than it was last time. The weather is warmer than it ever has been in Barovia. The beasts seem somewhat cowed away from you. The dead don't rise at any point. And you do make it up the Solenka in less than a week. The Amber Temple, if you venture into... Oh, Rhymefangers, if you, by the way, Halvor.
Oh my god, he survived.
Yeah. Exophanta. Do you go and peek in on Exophanta whilst you're there? Or do you try your best to avoid him?
I imagine I would want to pretty much yeet the sun sword into the temple and leave.
I think we should go and speak to him because he is a force which could still be here and needs to know what's going on with Bartandalus. So I would be inclined to go and talk to him. Yeah.
Okay.
Very well. I wouldn't leave you to do it alone.
You would find him to be friendly, welcoming, a gracious host, clearly showing no recollection of you or your time there or the actions you took. He is just as hospitable as he was when you first met him. You could happily spend days there resting up and reading. If you were to have imparted any information on him, it's soon forgotten.
I would write it down in one of the books.
Okay. Nepheron is pleased at his awareness of the sensation that he is now able to leave Barovia, whereas he had not been able to previously. He gladly releases you from your geas, Halvor, but on hearing the story about the situation is about Bartandalus, he allows you to keep the Sun Sword for your part in vanquishing Strahd, and in case it is ever needed again.
It's very generous. I thank you.
This has been an email. So yeah, you are released from your geas. You have informed Nepheron. And as you leave the Amber Temple, and as you cross over the ice fields of the Selenka Pass... Oh, a missing image. Never mind. As you leave the Amber Temple... Let's just quickly change that one back, because that image has clearly been deleted. Let me just change this, because there would no longer be the miasma of vampire up in the sky. It would be brighter and sunnier than it has been. You would see, in a way that you did not have before, this gulf over to the right of the temple as you were exiting it. You would see a wall of mist that was not there before. And you would know that if you want to, you could pass through that mist. And if the Dark Lord wills it, you would return to Debek.
I will allow them to return. Do I know when they're at the mist? Can I sense it?
Yeah, you can be there if you'd like to.
Do you know how to snowboard?
No.
So, can I just appear out of the mist?
No, but you would know where they were at the time, and you could make it so that you were there very easily.
With my teleporter?
No, probably a slightly more mundane means. Oh, your teleport? Yeah, you would understand the fabulous secrets of Castle Ravenloft. Yeah, you could be here, or you could travel here in a slightly more mundane way.
Slightly more mundane, walking.
Like a burning horse?
Yeah, I do have. Yeah. Alright, I will arrive on Bisophiles.
Yeah, as Cora and Halvor look to the wall of mists, you hear a cry of Bisophiles, and you see Bartandalus sat
I
atop
like
it.
to imagine that as we last saw him, he has removed his breastplate and is just shirtless, like Putin in all those pictures.
I imagine I am now in similar garb to what I've been used to wearing. It is going to be all dark, and instead of the golden sun of Lathander, it is going to be a dark plate sun that is half eclipsed. That's what my garb is going to be. And I will land, and the snow kind of melts off Bisophiles' flaming hooves. And I won't get off the horse. I'll pedal him around a little bit, and I will look out towards them. Presuming if they've been gone a week, I will have gone to Ravenloft at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I am presuming I will know who was in cells?
Nobody.
Oh, nobody?
Nobody.
Oh, okay. then I will. Do I know what happened to that person or anything?
No, because there's no one left alive to tell you.
Okay. Then I will say.
Actually, no. You would know from Cyrus, who, after a little bit of upset at first, would have yielded to you as the new master of Ravenloft. You would know that a young man said to be possessed by a demon had come to Ravenloft, and Strahd had him thrown into the cells till he decided what to do with him. But during all the commotion of your visit, Ludmilla broke him out and they disappeared together.
I thought he was dead.
Well, so I will. So Ludmilla has escaped Barovia.
So it would seem.
Okay. Then I will.
So Mordenkainen didn't kill her?
So it would seem.
Did Mordenkainen die? Or
Is it
did
because we
Ghost
didn't
just-
stake her?
You don't know.
Okay. Do I not know? Nobody.
No.
Nobody's around to tell a tale. Okay, cool.
No.
How did I see what's his face's ghost if he wasn't dead then? I thought he was dead.
Because hold on. So when I say Harris, remember it's just the body of Harris.
Okay, so he's really gone.
Yeah, but Brazganov is wearing his corpse. That's why you'd said to him in the vision, like, get my body back.
I'm not that familiar with possession.
Sure. So I will kind of pull up and I will say,
I wanted to see you before you left. I have roamed the lands and learned what I can. You'll be heading home now, but just know that it is also the home of Ludmilla. She is from Debek.
from. Shit, what's the place called?
Saragossa.
Saragossa?
Saragossa.
She escaped. I do not know more than kind. But what I do know is that she left with another. She left with the demon that was in the body of Harris. We didn't speak much on it, Cora, but I know that it was important you to find him. I suggest that you head there. Head to the place of the elven folk. You will undoubtedly be shunned by them, as is the way of your kind. But you are determined. I do not doubt you will be able to get answers there. And find the body of your friend and return it as you had promised.
I think there's a lot of things we need to do when we return, but hopefully that will be one of them.
Might I suggest, for a time at least, you just enjoy being home.
I would like to see whether or not, if I think of summoning the rock, whether or not the rock turns up.
It does not.
Do I still feel any kind of connection with the ladies three? Does it still feel like there's anything remaining?
Your magic wooden hand is still there, and still works. You would have found, I imagine, at some point during this week's travel that you're able to still summon Drunigtra.
No matter where I go, I'll have a connection with this place. And with the ladies and the land. I will find my way back here if I need to. I will find you again.
I look forward to the day. Now go. There's nothing left here for you. But sometime.
Don't lose yourself completely, my friend. And I walk up to him and hug him.
And I am on a horse, and as I see her approaching, I will get down. No, you're walking over. I will get down, and I will throw my arms around Cora and give her a tight hug. And quietly, I will say, sorry. Sorry for what I...
Just make sure we can return for you.
I will. I let her go. Compose myself slightly and stand a little taller, a little prouder than I used to.
As presumably Cora returns over to me, I'm going to stay still, but I just give Bartandalus a nod.
Is it a down nod or an up nod?
A down nod.
Deferential.
I'll give him an up nod.
It is my way of things.
I will. Eyes closed, slow, nod. Respect.
And then I will turn and make towards the mist.
And I shall walk alongside him.
As they enter the mist, I will make it so that they can never return again.
Mm-hmm.
What? Really?
Cora. You didn't see that coming?
No!
As you cross
That
the
was
mists.
the closest moment that Bartandalus and Cora have had in the entire campaign.
Yeah.
Ah, what a twat.
Cora, as you cross the mists, the bark begins to peel from your wooden hand.
No.
Beneath it, you find flesh once more, full of a feeling you had in your hand previously. But as you look, you see the faintest markings are visible, almost like a faded watermark. It's a pattern of vines, webs, and antlers dancing from the tips of your fingers up to the elbow. And Halvor, the light of a sun sword and the glow of the Argent Aegis seems to help illuminate the mists around you. And as you walk for a little while, you reach a point where you see nothing in any direction. And it starts to get darker as you push on. And the mists fade, and you stagger out into a dark clearing at night with a couple of tents in it and the weathered remnants of a campfire. After a moment, Halvor, you would recognise this as being the clearing near Skybird Trill from which you entered Barovia.
The very same.
Are they the same tents? Are they your tents?
I think it was one tent, and it was Bartandalus's, then Eckhart Poe's tent.
So,
Has no time passed? How does it look like that have just been used or are still in use?
It's very Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe.
yeah,
Oh, it was all a dream.
There's still a faint glow of embers in the remnants of the fire. So, Halvor and Cora, in the days or weeks or months that follow, what would each of you like to do back in Debec? Do you part ways? Do you have your own tasks to go through? Halvor, you go first. What would you want to do being back home?
I hadn't mentioned this before, but also I'd had a thought that I probably would have wanted to leave the Argent Aegis back at Argynvostholt on the way.
Okay, yeah, we can say you did that. What, laid it in a mausoleum or something, or?
Yeah, somewhere it looks like where it would be appropriate to rest it. The mausoleum's a good place.
Yeah.
Once we've returned, knowing that we're in a location near Skybird Trill, that would be the kind of first port of call, I guess, so that we can both have some normality again. And then, after however long that takes and discussion comes up about what to do next, I let Cora know that I... when we were here weeks and weeks ago, well, it's not here, but when we were in Barovia weeks and weeks ago, I was initially planning to try and get some Vistani to carry a letter for me back to my mother in Urshakar, and I'd let her know that I'm planning to head back to my home village for the first time in many, many years and see her in person.
Okay.
Since
What about
I
you,
first
Cor?
left, I had not returned since I was a wee lad.
And what about Cora?
Well, Cora's only family she's ever known seem to be dead now. So Halvor is the closest thing that she has left to her family. She does want to go and obviously avenge the death of Harris, and would like to see an end to Ludmilla for completion. But if Halvor will allow her to tag along, she'll like to go with him.
I think he would gladly accept such a steadfast and reliable companion, and they walk off into the sunset together.
Okay. Depend how... Would you track Harris for, what, weeks, months, years, the rest of your life?
Yeah, I would track down Harris and try and find Ludmilla in the hope that maybe Ludmilla would be a key for us to be eventually getting back. But my long-term goal would be to, kill Harris's alter ego now. Torture out of Ludmilla some way of trying to get back into the mists, and in the meantime build up my strength and try and find a way around
Okay.
whatever magic now possesses.
If you were to search for it, after 3 years of tracking and following leads, you would find Brazganov, still wearing Harris's form, in Held Saragossa, hiding amongst the elves. If you were to confront him or to kill him, it'd be a very, very difficult encounter, but for the two of you together, you'd manage it. And with his dying breaths, Brazganov wouldn't have given you any information on where to find Ludmilla, but would have just described that his actions the last 3 years have been in service to the Dark Lady. No matter how you search, in however many years until you give up on it or get over it, you never find any hint of Ludmilla. No lead that brings you to her. No shred of information on where she is. You do hear, on your travels around, the occasional mention of the exploits of Mordenkainen, enough that you know he clearly managed to survive his battle with Ludmilla and return to leave Debec at some point. Leave Barovia at some point. And he's still out there in the multiverse doing his thing. But yeah, Cora, if after years, and Halvor, if after, 5 years, there's still no sign of Ludmilla, there's still no... You might reach a point where you decide to head back to Barovia and find that you're not able to pass back through the mists. How do you live up the rest of your days? Halvor first.
I mean, having already spent some time with my family again, that would be good, but I think I'm kind of committed to an adventuring lifestyle now and would probably continue that for as long as I'm able. And hopefully this time get to meet a nice woman who doesn't get murdered.
Well, you've been travelling with one all along. No. And what about you, Cora?
I'm not sure even after 5 years that Cora would be able to give up on the idea of going back, and I think she would probably live out her days trying to track down some way of getting back and would probably die trying, to be honest.
Okay. Meanwhile, back in Barovia, the Dark Lord would spend much time, I imagine, on his the overlook, the back of his castle, looking down to the village below. The village is not burned. What does Barthandelus do with his domain?
What is the situation with Exanta?
Were you to travel up there, you would see that
When I was up there, when they went through the mist, I would have gone into the Amber. So
he
years ago
didn't know you. Perfectly friendly and happy to discuss research with you. He had no concept of Tenebris. He had no idea about your pact. He just seemed to be back in his friendly custodian role of the library. a very easy conversationalist, a very useful resource and librarian for helping comb through that limitless knowledge. You now have a means by which to teleport to and from the library. You could spend every day in good company with him there reading if you wanted to, or you could try and destroy him. It's up to you.
I spend much of my time speaking with him. I am, as ever, the thirst for knowledge is strong with Bartolus, or Poe, as he is now called. He has casted Bartandless aside.
I imagine there'll be an excitement knowing you know your longevity now. You know you will return if you're slain. This entire library. How Strahd didn't dedicate himself to learning everything in this library, I imagine you'll never stop being perplexed by that because there's so many things that you must know.
Indeed. Exthanter has a helper. Now he doesn't have to do everything himself. He has Aragol of the Vistani. But Aragol has had both of his eyes plucked out after I found out that it was indeed Aragol that left an eye on my pillow as a threat from the Vistani. That threat did not go unpunished. The rest of the Velaki Vistani were told to leave and never come back.
Including Arabelle?
Including Arabelle.
Okay.
The Selenka Vistani were welcome. They could come and go as they please.
Selenka Vistani?
Sorry, they're Surf.
Oh, yeah, cool, okay.
Sure. And there is just a day where Poe Eckhart returns to the castle that is now his home, and he walks through the front doors, his shoulders low. He normally has a strong stride, knowing his power and his grace and his, he is all, he is the land. And he goes through the main doors and he makes his way through into the chapel. And as he opens the double doors, there on the altar in front is the urn that he had carried for so long that held the ashes of his sister. And he goes over for a moment and he just has a quiet moment of reflection. And next to the urn, there's various other decanters that are corked, empty vials, and he takes one of them and puts his hand in his pocket and takes out dirt, like he had that first time when he saw Claudia die at the Fen when they vanquished Vampire. And he pours the dirt into this container, stoppers it. Another time that she had fallen, and he looks at it, and then he puts it on a shelf in the cathedral and just looks around at the hundreds, maybe thousands of jars filled with dirt. The number of times that he has watched his sister die.
And sometimes those deaths are so spectacular and absurdly unlikely that they seem farcical. And every time you hear that laughter, and you know it is just a cruel, cruel jest that she's constantly taken from you. And what little she remembers each time is that she was in heaven. She had suffered, and she was happy at the Morning Lord's side, warm, loved, safe, sad, very, very distantly sad at what she'd seen you achieving and doing, supposedly in her name. But then, yeah, I imagine, are tormented by knowing that for whatever surreal, impossible way, your bargain had her ripped from heaven, condemned to keep repeating this existence. Your rule also isn't without challenge. Muriel, once she learnt about your massacre of Velaki and the murder of her auntie and uncle and her two young cousins, the Martikovs all swore vengeance. and the remaining Martikovs abandoned the winery and went underground, fearing the amount of knowledge that this new Dark Lord has against them. And heartbroken, they would continue their underground efforts to overthrow the Dark Lord of Barovia. Occasionally, adventurers would find their way stumbling through the mist, and perhaps each time you'd be slightly excited, wondering if it was your friends come back, but unimpressive, inexperienced idiots who found their way in and don't understand the severity and how special this place is, and don't treat you with the appropriate respect, and sometimes even try to meddle and get involved with the business between you and your sister, where you're trying to make her understand. What you choose to do to them is up to you.
Typically, I would take them to Ravenloft and try to extract as much information and knowledge from their minds as I could, usually leaving them senseless, mindless people.
But obedient.
Obedient.
And your growing force is one, not of undead. But just of mindless thralls. And they have their use as enforcers or as agents.
The only thing of my old life that still stands is the Abbey of St. Markovia.
Okay.
But over time, I have had it dismantled brick by brick and rebuilt in black stone.
Spray paint would have been easier, but okay.
I've not had anybody come from Earth yet when I've been able to extract knowledge about spray paint.
Well,
so I spend my time between Ravenloft and the Abbey, praying in a very, trying to find my way back, but knowing that it is far beyond me.
Okay. Does anybody have anything else?
Don't think so.
Then yeah, Halvor and Cora live out their days in Debec with, well, inconsistent degrees of Halvor perhaps satisfied with the adventure in life, Cora tormented by her inability to return to Barovia or to fully avenge her friend. Eckhart Poe living out, well, judging by the number of jars in that chapel, at least centuries of unmitigated rule. And after 3 years and 150 sessions, that is where our Curse of Strahd campaign comes to an end.
Got TLDR?
No.
TLDW. Oh.
Wow, can't believe it's over.
Thank you very, very much, everyone, for sticking around for so long.
Yeah, Cora, thanks for sticking around for so long.
Everyone spamming hydrate in chat. I will replace hydrates with whiskies.
I was drinking Zinfandel. Because I've not drank for so many sessions.
Yeah.
I thought tonight was a special.
Holy shit.
I'm going to be real honest. Coming to the end of a 3-year session is one thing. Coming to the end of a campaign in general is pretty good. But a 3-year weekly one. Wow.
Yeah. Oh god, a lot of the chat delay between Twitch chat. I said I'll turn hydrates into whiskies. No one's really taking me up on that. And then oh fucking hell. Okay.
So the David Plays campaign didn't happen because you were alcohol poisoning.
Well, do you know what? I might just skype off work tomorrow.
imagine how much longer this would have gone on if we hadn't paused at level 13.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Wow.
Yeah, thank you, all of you, for making that a very, very impressive and fun story to DM. There were moments tonight where I actually thought that last combat might have turned into a TPK. Because it felt like there was about 3 or 4 rounds where I was like, no one's attacking vampire. Like the whole mitigating, obviously Halvor was definitely MVP in that fight, because that damage he did if anyone stuck underneath him was crazy damage. Esmeralda, forever dead. Van Richten, forever dead. Somebody did put in the chat, congratulations guys, we killed every named NPC. I think Exophanta, Neferon, and Ismark are the only named NPCs who didn't die. Oh, Martikov. Yeah, a couple of Martikovs.
Yeah.
But still.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I was considering refusing to leave and trying to find the Martikovs and living with them forever, to be honest.
I had some dialogue ready for if you had sought out and found Muriel. You didn't get your kiss. No.
Can I just say how lackluster I have been in combat, and I managed to get the killing blow on the final boss.
Yeah, what's that about?
Yeah! Come get some! I say I did. I'm saying I did. Tenebris did it.
Part of the last fight, the reason we were getting no damage is I think it wasn't until halfway through the fight I'm like, oh wait, we should be actually fighting this monster, not just running away from it.
Well, I kept trying to fight it, but the freaking vampire spawn kept being until I could get away from them to get the owls out to fight them.
That was the best. That was the best, most effective, and yet least frustrating to manage implementation of the owls ever.
Yeah,
that for me was that shut it down, but it wasn't a combat log bloat. So I really, really liked that implementation.
Owls dropped from the sky for the win.
Yeah, much more effective than just slashing away at things. I also need to thank Gija, who recorded Claudia's screams for me at very late notice this afternoon. Yeah. Yeah. So that was very good. It's like, I bet you, hi, are you at home? So, yeah. Can you record some traumatized screams for me, the following dialogue? And there was a slight echo from the sound that I thought, is she in a bathroom or a kitchen? And imagine her partner being sat in the house looking up her, no, please, what have I done?
He went out on a hill.
Yeah, and just screamed. So yeah, that was very, very good. We do have one more session planned. We haven't got an exact date for it, but that is going to be us on webcam in a very sort of Talks Machina is the obvious comparison sort of thing. Just to talk through. There's so many plot things we didn't pick up. I know a lot of questions that at least Bartandalus has got, or wondering, hey, why did this never turn into that? Why did you never do this? What was the story behind this or that? So we're going to try and sort a date out for that, probably in the new year, before the 18th, because the 18th of January, as you can see on the screen at the moment, is the planned, so far, start date for my next weekly campaign, which I'm going to try and keep to 2 years, not 3. And that is going to be, current working name is Fragments. It's going to be a Demi-Planes of Dread campaign. So yeah, please do swing by that, or favourite, or subscribe to the channel so that you get a notification when that goes live. Because weirdly, I'm not going to have anything on for the next few weeks Tuesdays now. Which is a very, very unusual.
Meantime, everyone buckle up, because if he says it's 2 years, that means it's 4.5 years.
Yeah, I'm not sure when I started this I was warned it was going to be 3 years long.
Yeah, we kind of don't really know.
That set piece with fighting Strahd the first time or whatever, that every time that was that'll probably be in a few months. That'll probably be in a few months.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And I still feel like we kind of had to pull things out a little bit to really get this finished by Christmas.
Yeah.
This could have gone way longer.
This could have been easily Easter.
Well, it's only the last 2-3 months that we've suddenly just been hey, we've unlocked fast travel now. Because even 2 years in, we were having like real-time travel down the Salenka Pass, down the Svalich Road, which was great and was fun. But I feel like it just reached a point where everyone had completed enough Barovia that I certainly don't feel like anybody felt bored of the campaign. But I feel like we all felt familiar enough with every aspect of it. But it was like, okay, come on, we've got to the point now where we can comfortably skip over stuff.
Yeah, we'd killed every single werewolf and seen every inch of every road in the place.
I think the only maps you never went into the werewolf den. There was a plot. There was a plot. The only thing I'll give you before we head to before we wrap it up in like the other session is, I think Bartandler said this at one point. It absolutely was the case that because you left the werewolves alive for so long, and then Strahd learned that you had the Sun Sword, which fucked up most of his agents. He went and just empowered like all the werewolves. So that was the Blood Moon sort of event you witnessed when you were in Kresk. And then they all the werewolves basically migrated at Strahd's command into Ravenloft. You normally don't find any werewolves in Ravenloft, but you were finding them everywhere because Strahd knew that they were fine with the Sun Sword. And obviously Kirill and Vorador, I think I told you before, they were CR 13 each. They were both the Loop Guru from Van Richten's book. And I gave all of the other werewolves like a slight buff and the new style, there's a new style regeneration, which is slightly... They don't have immunities to physical damage anymore, but they have like a really cool regeneration. And anything that had regen, I kind of swapped that across the board. So yeah, it was cool and fun. Your Ravenloft experience was very, very different to most groups.
What level? What CR is Eckhart Poe now? Because I'm presuming he's not any cleric anymore. He's just pure
20 wizard.
20 wizard. Is he 20 wizard? Just I need to know for when I face him in the fragments.
He's a CR 12 archmage now.
He could have found himself still familiar with cleric spells, but
he doesn't worship anybody. He doesn't worship any.
Well, he's got Tenebrous.
His
command apparently.
Yeah, but Tenebrous isn't a god. He's like above gods. So, I mean, he gives homage to.
He is. Let me tell you.
Prayers.
Let me tell you exactly what he is, because I still have the Herald of the Ever Living here.
I hope he's better than that loser.
He is. He's Grave Cleric 5, Wizard 14.
Yeah, let's just bump that up to Cleric 21 for when I face him in the Fragments campaign.
So cool, yeah. We will end this for the last time, I guess. But I will see you in a few weeks for a brand new campaign.
And I get to see Alex and Linz for the first time.
Oh yeah, well before that, yeah, I will be back here for our wrap-up session where we'll get to see everybody else's ugly mugs. We'll have some questions, and then after that, yeah, a second campaign starts. But thank you very much for people who have watched and tuned in for the whole time. Thank you for people who are new here tonight. Do drop a follow in case you want to watch the next campaign. Oh, we've got a great immediate new chat. By followers and viewers. Do you want to be famous? That's come in at the last minute.
Shut the fucking front door.
It has. Two of them have just come in back to back now. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody. And does anybody have anything else? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I would like to thank everybody for watching. I'd like to thank these two beautiful people that I've managed to play with. We have had, I think it's fair to say for anybody that's watching, we had moments of friction in the early days, but I've had such a good time with these two people who were complete novices to D&D.
I think I was starting to be beyond novice. I was like minus novice.
You have held your own. It's been fantastic watching you guys, kind of like absolutely lean into your characters. It's been amazing watching Halvor suddenly become a tour de force in the Foundry community for some out of the blue. And just thank you to the DM for just doing this every week, because it is really difficult to DM, and you've managed to do an all right job.
It's really difficult to DM for you.
Sure. And obviously, all I can say is please go to www.cruciblemag.com and check out our new 5e magazine that's going to be launching in January because I've not shilled for a while. There you go. CrucibleMag.com. CrucibleMag.com.
Halvor and Cora, anything that you want to tell people about? I don't know if you have any other. I don't know if any of your other games are streamed Halvor or anything.
Sadly, there's nothing for me to shill, but I have very much enjoyed it, and I hope to play with you guys again some point.
I have also very much enjoyed it, having come from Beyond Novice, as said before. I very much hope I get to join another game one day. You've converted me to the world of D&D, so thank
Good,
you.
very nice. We'll definitely stream some one shots, some adventures.
That would be awesome.
Bartandalis, Mr. Def just puts, yes, it is very hard to DM, especially when you drop your campaign.
I mean, when the players are good enough, you stick with it, right?
Oh, I wish I didn't have to. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody. We'll end the stream now, and I'll post on Twitter or something when we have a date sorted out for our webcam catch-up sort of overview. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for watching the last 3 years, and I'll see you for the next campaign.
3 years.
Bye.
Bye, guys.